Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I loved it.
My name's Jay Milne. #Blue.
Our sports update deliverer, the Coop.
I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up today.
You know what, Reid?
You might be on to
All right, here's what's going on in the Nest. All right, hope you're having a great afternoon. I want to tell you this right off the top here at about 4:30 this afternoon. Joining us in studio for the second consecutive baseball offseason, Cleveland Guardians pitcher, Edmontonian Erik Sabrowski is going to be right here for the second straight year. He pitched in the postseason for the Guardians. Great local story. We looked up yesterday, one of five... According to this one website, one of five Edmontonians to play in Major League Baseball. One of them was born here and moved to the States when he was 1. So that's not really... I mean, we got Mike Johnson, who we've had on the show.
Yes.
Erik Sabrowski. He's a great story. He's going to be right here in studio. So your opportunity maybe to throw in a question or two for a big league pitcher, which is going to be pretty cool. The Oilers stunk last night against the Dallas Stars. So we're going to do this right off the top, Jay. You ready?
Let's go.
Let's go detail. So Coop's going to give us the name of an Oilers player, and we'll give him a letter grade for his performance in last night's game.
Okay, just hang on though. Let's just make sure we're on the same page.
Yes.
A through F.
Yes, F being the lowest.
F being the lowest.
Now, can we give pluses or minuses, or is it just the hard letter?
Let's just so we can get a little bit more in depth.
Yeah.
Let's give pluses and minuses too.
Okay, sure.
Now, is F the bottom or is F minus the bottom?
There's no F minus.
Okay, so F is the worst.
Yes, but
A
there could
plus.
be an A plus.
Now,
are we going to grade a player whose game was limited by injury? Is it fair to grade Trent Frederick? Let's skip.
Let's skip Trent Frederick.
He's taken a lot of heat this year. We'll skip him for last. Let's skip him on the list.
Should we skip Mangiapane too? Because really, did he play?
No, we're not skipping him.
Okay.
All right, Coop. So Coop's going to give us the name, and Jay and I will each give our own letter grade for how they played last night against Dallas.
Now, should we write these down, or we're just going to wrap them off?
It's up to you. Yeah, it's up to you. Somebody will write it down at home.
Okay.
People listening at home or at work. I wouldn't recommend writing in your car while you're driving, but all right, let's go.
All right. First player, number 2, Evan Bouchard.
Oh, Bouch. I mean, he did score. That was positive. Pretty shoddy defensive play. I didn't think he was overly physical.
I didn't know if he knew there was a game on, so I'm going to give him an F.
I'm gonna give Evan Bouchard an F.
Okay.
So Evan Bouchard F.
Next.
Okay, wow, already our first F. Matthias Janmark.
Matthias Janmark, I'm looking at the stat sheet. Actually played quite a bit. Did pick up an assist. But veteran player you rely on to do some good things out there. I'm gonna have to go F. Matthias Janmark, F.
Yeah, I'm gonna also grade Matthias Janmark an F.
Get.
Well, off to the other Matthias, Ekholm.
I know they were showing a highlight or a low light on Hernan Gager from 1 to 3. Botching what should be a simple turnover.
Didn't have a single hit, -1.
Yeah.
I'm going to jump the queue. I'm going to give him an F.
Matthias Ekholm, yeah. I'm going to go F. I'm going to go F, yeah.
All right. This guy has a great first name, Zach Hyman.
I mean, this is only on last night's game. This isn't on his career or his overall tenure as an Oiler. He escaped the game even somehow. But
I think are we thinking this?
Well, you just say yours first.
Okay, I was going to say F.
I'm going to go F as well. Yeah, I'm going to go F for Zach Hyman. Yeah.
Okay. Well, this guy was in the sin bin for 4 minutes. Adam Henrique.
I guess a little bit of credit. He created that one scrum in front of the other team's net. But I mean, that's how it's getting with this team. we're complimenting players for doing one thing well when they should do several things well in a game.
You would think.
So that doesn't put. I can't get Henrik above F territory. He gets an F.
I was thinking maybe F plus, but no, I'm going to stick with
it's
F.
F.
Okay. F.
All right. Okay, let's roll on. Matt Savoy.
Usually I go easier on younger players. He's been maybe thrust into a role he's not quite ready for, but I think just on the first period alone, you could almost give players an F. I got to give Savoy an F.
Do you want to just do this on the first, or should we just? Okay,
no,
we'll do the whole body work.
The game.
Okay, I'm in agreement. F for Savoy.
Okay.
I think it's a UFO song. His nickname, Dr. Doctor. Please. Darnell Nurse.
Darnell Nurse played 22-23. He was -2. Did he get credited for a hit either?
One hit. One hit
on a team that needs more physicality. He wears a letter. I think I go F for Nurse.
In fact, there were only 3 players that had over 1 hit.
Right.
What'd you say for Nurse? Sorry,
I said F. I said F. Yeah.
Man, we're dialed in. F.
You're all okay. Wow. Okay. I don't think we've disagreed on.
I don't think we've disagreed on one.
Must have watched the same game.
Yeah, you guys are on the same page. Well, next up, Brett Kulak.
Oddly enough, plus player on the night. If people who like plus minus, I should point that out. But they gave up 8 goals. They couldn't get a key stop. Couldn't get a key penalty kill. Couldn't really do anything important.
I would say looked lost.
Okay.
I was not impressed with Kulak's game.
What are you giving him?
I got to give him an F, Reid.
I'm also going F.
Okay.
For Kulak.
Wow.
Next.
Yeah, okay. This guy back on the score sheet again, Jack Roslovic.
Well, scoring is always nice.
Scoring is a major part of the game.
It wasn't a meaningful goal, really. No, he did get hit with a puck and missed a little bit of time. Only got 11 minutes. I will give Roslovic credit for at least shooting the puck. He got 3 shots on goal to lead the team. Tie for the team lead. But this is the thing. I'm reaching for just something nice.
But this is last night.
So if I'm doing that.
Defensively,
then he's an F. He's an F.
You got to go F.
I'm giving an F.
I'm agreeing. F.
Well, the man with the burger flipper, number 29, Leon Draisaitl.
Again, I'm searching for positives. 8 out of 13 in the face-off circle. I don't know. I know it's just last night. I don't hear him in the Selke conversation. Almost a third of the way through the season.
Yeah,
certainly not for last night. I hate to say, but look, he's going to be in the Hall of Fame. He's going to have his number in the rafters at Rogers Place someday.
But this just
last night, I give Leon an F.
Okay.
No, we didn't have Jay. We don't have Jay's grade yet, Coop. Hang on.
You're really going to give Leon an F?
Yeah.
See, this is where I would have liked the F minus. But I guess I'll have to go.
Okay.
With an F.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. Okay. I'd give an F minus too. Ty Emberson.
I had to remember that he even played. I guess he did get, oddly enough, another plus player. But did he do anything really ever to swing the game in the Oilers' favor? I can't think of one. Ty Emerson gets an F for last night's game for me.
I'm going to agree with you on that, Reid. I'm going to give him an F too.
Okay.
Well, one of the other Connors on the team, Clattenburg.
Oh, this one's interesting.
Oh, interesting.
He scored his first NHL goal.
Wow, look at that score sheet of his. 7 hits, Reid.
Seven of the Oilers' 22 hits.
From one player.
Played 12:58. I mean, he did take a penalty. Was around the net. You know what? I'm going to give Connor Clattenburg an A minus.
Are you? I was going to go B plus.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
We're things are looking up.
I think he's our highest rated player from last night for both of us.
I haven't been keeping track of all of them, but I think
I can't remember all the grades already. Somebody at home hopefully is scoring this.
Somebody is. I'm sure there's some sort of a diagram or a dot.
Yeah.
Chart.
Another defenseman here, Alec Regula.
Big man, big F for me.
Oh, caps lock.
Yeah.
F.
Yeah.
That was pretty quick, boys.
Well, when you know, you know.
Yeah, sometimes I just
some we got to think about, but some you just,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Coming over from overseas in the offseason, David Tomaszek.
Oddly enough, a plus player last night. But again, did I really notice him a lot? Now again, maybe being asked to do things he can't do, but we're only talking about last night. We're just talking about the on ice performance.
He could qualify for an E- in my
if there
opinion,
was an E,
but just go with it.
D-. Yeah,
I'm gonna maybe a Z. No, I was just kidding, guys. I'm gonna go an F.
yeah. I'll give Tom a second F as well.
Okay, well, off to the breadman, Andrew Mangiapane.
F.
Yeah, basically got semi-benched, -2, played 8.5 minutes. That's didn't notice him. I noticed him once there was a stoppage in play, and he came out during the commercial timeout to skate around a little bit because he'd been sitting on the bench so long.
That's
F. That's an F. That was his best shift, maybe.
Maybe it was.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think they call this guy Podzilla or whatever. Vasily Podkolzin.
I really like how he's played this year, but if I'm just looking at last night's game, I mean, -1, didn't notice him. I got to give him an F.
Yeah, I would as well, actually. Another F for me. Do any players left?
Yeah, there's 3 players left. One skater.
What if we put the remaining skaters into one? Let's see.
No, there was only one left.
There's
only one skater left.
Oh,
Yeah.
The captain, Connor McDavid.
Oh, yeah. Didn't create a lot of offense. 3 out of 11 in the face-off circle. I guess he got a point along the way, but that was an F performance.
I concur. F.
Okay. Well, that's it for the skaters. Are we going goaltenders?
Yes, the whole team.
Okay. Well, the second goaltender to play in the game, Calvin Pickard.
Well, didn't light my fire. F.
Yeah, I'm going to give him an F too.
Okay. Local guy, Stuart Skinner.
Well, he
got pulled. So I
allowed
think
half
that's
his shots.
That's an auto.
Yeah,
That's an auto F.
That's an automatic F. Yeah.
All right.
As well. Okay.
Do we know the totals here?
Yeah. I forget what you guys gave everyone.
I think Clattenburg got the highest grade.
I think Clattenburg was. I think it was a B+ for me and A-.
Yeah. I don't know if I gave anything else above an F, believe it or not. Wow.
Well, great minds think alike.
Imagine that, losing 8-3 on home ice. Getting pounded on home ice for the 2 times in the last 3 games. So there's our quick grades from last night on the Reid Wilkins Show with Jason Milne. How are you doing, everybody? We got a message here from Jimmy in the Nasty Chat. I would love to know the point of rating each player on one of the worst games of the season. Normally, you are both bright individuals. However, this is boring radio. You gave everyone an F. And then he did put a laughing face, so I'm not sure if he gets it or not.
I wonder if he's in on it or
I'm not sure if he's in on it or actually upset. I'm never
Right.
sure with those messages.
It was to make a point
Yeah, maybe.
that this team is downright unwatchable.
It was. That was another awful game last night. I guess.
Do you ever think of the fans, Reid? Like, and I'm not saying this like you should, but like, imagine if you were coming in from out of town. You drove from Bonnyville for the night to take your kid to the game.
Sure.
And this is what you had to show for? Was that watching that team last night?
Do I feel bad for the fans? On one level, I do. That's an interesting question. On one level, I do.
I do absolutely, yes.
Because at the end of the day, it's entertainment, and that game was not entertaining unless you cheer for the Dallas Stars. It was not entertaining if you cheer for the Edmonton Oilers. If you're a fan of hockey and just wanted to sit down and watch a game, it was not entertaining because it was over after the first period and only one team cared about the game. Like there's been other games where the Oilers have lost this season, and even that Tampa Bay game. You know what? That was an interesting game.
Yeah.
Oilers didn't win in the end. It was fun to watch to the end. So yes, I feel bad for the fans, but that's also the thing of buying a ticket to something. The game could suck. The movie could suck. The play could suck. So if you've bought a ticket, you have done so willingly. You have taken that risk. And remember, I've had Elks seasons tickets since 1997. About the first 15 years were better than the last 10 in terms of entertainment. So, I choose to go for other reasons as well, besides just hoping the team will win. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty bummer of a game to go to. And again, where the team is, and we're going to talk about this, is flat, appears to lack emotion, except for a 20-year-old guy, and credit to him for scoring, but let's face it, it's just he doesn't really belong in the NHL at this point. It shouldn't be on him to energize the team.
He shouldn't be the clear,
Shouldn't be the most noticeable
hardest working player on the ice.
He should be a noticeable supplementary player.
He should be a rah guy that gets a couple hits.
Right.
That is embarrassing. That is embarrassing. The fact that that this organization, you know what they should do? When's the next home game? Monday?
Tuesday, I think.
Tuesday. They should have free beer for the entire first period. We're sorry we put you through that.
But it wouldn't be all the same people necessarily.
It's a gesture. It's a gesture at this point because that is just downright. That's awful. Top to bottom, this organization should be embarrassed about that. And to have it happen in such, recent history from that Colorado shellacking at home, this is embarrassing. Like this team, this is the thing, Reid. Everybody's, they'll get it together. They'll get it together. I've said they'll get it together. That this team, they'll start to figure it out. I don't know if they can. I don't know if they want to.
No, and I think they will play good games. I think they will win games, and then then they're just going to drop off the mat.
But getting it together would suggest that they're going to put together. Do you honestly think this team can put together a 4 or 5 game win streak?
No, I do not.
And do you think
they would have done it by now if they were capable of doing it?
But I'm starting to question if they even care to. I'm serious, which is sad. It's sad for this fan base to see such lack of desire, of passion. Jamie McClendon was on the morning show this morning and kept referencing pride. Where is that?
I don't know.
It's gone.
It's not materializing.
It's not there.
So we will discuss some of the stuff from last night, where the Oilers go from here. Erik Sabrowski, big league pitcher. We're already getting some complaints that we're talking about the Oilers.
Okay.
Complaints accepted, but they are the
fine.
number one team in town to follow. But we are going to do some other stuff as well. Erik Sabrowski's in studio, local guy, pitcher for the Cleveland Guardians. Kevin Radomski is going to be here from the Oil Kings, their director of business operations. They finally have some home games coming up, and he's going to bring the Teddy Bear Toss jersey live in studio. So if you're watching us on YouTube, you'll be able to see it. And the Alberta Northern Lights wheelchair basketball team. This is we want to put this story out there. It's not a great story. No. They had a bunch of wheelchairs stolen. So we want to get word out about that. We're going to have a guest on from Alberta Northern Lights, but also talk about what they do and who plays and how people get involved and maybe how you can help. You can reach us, 780-218-9999. That is texting the afternoon inbox, presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, home of the kitchen restaurant. Sundays and Mondays, 50% off the entire menu. Available Sundays and Mondays, 5 p.m. until close. You can email reid@edmontonsportstalk.com, jay@edmontonsportstalk.com. And if you are on YouTube, you can post in the Nasty Chat, speak with us. Speak with your fellow nasties, get angry at us, as many people already are, and of course, click that thumbs up too.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
All right, so we got to do now the afternoon headlines, and as always, they are presented by 100.3 The Bear, Edmonton's best rock. Stream them on iHeart today.
This is Chet Palmer with your sports report. The Oilers looked like a bland bunch against the Stars. Hey, at least Freddie Cloudy potted that first one in the big leagues. Hey, Cloudy, make sure you frame that puck and show the grandkids someday. The Oil Kings have their new Teddy Bear Toss jerseys. Remember, kids, this is the only time you're allowed to throw a bear on the ice. Turkey time tomorrow in the U.S., so that means 3 games in the NFL. My brother-in-law would spend all day on the couch. Thing is, he lost his couch betting on the Oilers last night. I'm Chet Palmer.
I appreciate the public service announcement about this is the only time it's acceptable to throw a bear.
Yeah, you don't want kids bringing a bear to just any game.
Yeah, you can't do that.
No.
Bears everywhere.
There'd be bears everywhere. Hey, why do you got a Kodiak in your backpack? Jablonski, don't bring a live bear to the game. It's teddy bears. Jablonski, leave the bear outside. right?
This is fantastic.
But coach, I thought it was. Oh my goodness! All right, 780-218-9999 in the River Cree Resort Casino inbox is how you text us. So the Oilers, Knoblauch said they were flat. We want to play that clip from last night. They've talked about missing emotion. We've talked about it a ton, not having gumption, not having any zest, whatever you want to call it, throughout the course of the season. So we want a story from you, the off-topic topic for William Huff. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service, combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best it can be, is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout at 780-454-4536. What is something you wish you put less effort into? So what do you look back on and say, why was I trying so hard at that? Or why did I take so much time doing that? You know what mine is? I hope this resonates maybe with some people. The older I've gotten, the less often I vacuum. Like I moved into a brand new house about 12, 13 years ago. I'm no longer in this house. I've since moved out of it. And I the first year I was like vacuuming every week. I was like, I got it. And like, I look back, I'm like, what was I doing? Like I could have done so many other things other than vacuuming the house. And now it's like, I don't vacuum until I really need to. Or like if there's a mess or something like that.
Wow.
I'm like, why was I so concerned about vacuuming all the time?
You're a clean guy.
I am, but it was excessive. It was a waste of time. I didn't need to spend that much effort. It's not like there was fungus growing everywhere, just some places.
I don't know. I mean, is that okay that you're now putting less effort into vacuuming?
Yes, I think so.
You're okay with it?
I'm not doing it as often. When I do it with detail. I do it with care.
You don't.
But I accept
you don't
a
live
few
like
little.
A slob.
No, I don't.
You're a clean man.
But I accept a few little threads on the rug.
Right.
They can sit there for a couple weeks till I get around to it.
I wish I would have put less effort into this earlier in life, but I have put less effort into caring if my kids win or lose in sports.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
So you used to care too much, you think?
I used to be a little bit. I wasn't terrible. I was not the guy getting kicked out of the stands or anything, but I cared a little too much. I just have fun. That's really it. Learn something, improve, be a good teammate. That's really all that matters. Now, looking back on life where athletics gets you, it's not like it gets you a paycheck, at least not for many people. It gets you experiences. It gets you friendships. It gets you memories. I wonder if...
Did you see Penner's Pancakes? This might be the best one we're going to get. What was that movie? Cocktail? I think that's what he's referring to. When I worked at Ezzy's, I always tried to perfect the bottle spinning and flipping like Tom Cruise.
Yes.
And it did not generate the tips considering the time put in. That's awesome. He looks back and he's like, what was I doing? Well, that's not a skill I needed.
Ezzy's.
That's awesome.
Kevin, that is, or Penner's Pancakes, that is fantastic. Well done.
That's a really good one.
Yes.
Right out of the gate. All right, so that's the off-topic topic. What's something you wish you put less effort into looking back, or maybe even currently? Keep giving us the thumbs up on YouTube. We've been doing a good job getting to 100 every show. We got up around 120, 125 yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah.
So that was cool. Let's try to get there again. Don't delay. Get in there and click. We got the Oil Understood coming up. Jay's Play of the Day is going to look at the NFL games tomorrow. And again, around 4:30, Erik Sabrowski, Cleveland Guardians relief pitcher, Edmontonian, will join us in studio. Here's the Coob.
The Leafs welcome back Austin Matthews, Nick Waugh, and Matthew Nyes to play the Blue Jackets tonight. Matthews playing his first game since the 11th, with both Nyes and Matthews returning from lower body injuries. As for Nick Waugh, he's back from an upper body ailment with Nice out since the 15th. Around the league, the Sharks and Avalanche face off, while the Senators and Golden Knights drop the puck. 15 games in the NHL. In NFL news, Joe Burrow starts tomorrow for the Bengals against the Ravens. That's Burrow's first start since week 2 as he returns from a foot injury. In other news, Frank Ragnow is coming out of retirement to rejoin the Lions. The 29-year-old retired last offseason. He's still under contract in Detroit. And from Denver, the Broncos and Will Lutz have agreed to a 3-year extension worth over $16 million, having $9 million guaranteed. That's been reported by the NFL Network. And for the Seahawks, they've signed Cam Akers while adding Quandre Diggs to their practice squad. To the hardwood, it's the Raptors and Pacers meeting for one of 9 games in the NBA. Tip-off for that one goes at 5:30 with Toronto winning 8 in a row. Right now, there's one game live. It's the Pistons leading the Celtics 13-7 about halfway through the opening quarter. Detroit looking for 14 wins in a row. This sports update is brought to you by Advantage Sports Medicine. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists, and you're stuck with a bag of frozen peas. Get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game. Call them at 780-460-9977 or visit their website at advantagesportmed.ca to book an appointment today. More with Reid and Jay after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
2 guys and a goalie.
If we were to rank the Edmonton Oilers' best rivalries right now, it's probably recency bias, but I think by the end of the year, because just the fact that they play the Dallas Stars a couple more times, I think you would probably have Dallas number 1.
Number 1, Cass, Oilers' biggest rival right now. I kind of got to go LA.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We have what you're looking for. GD Liquidators is Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items since 1987. You'll find what you want when you want it. Give us a call, visit us in store, or check out the monthly auctions at gdliquidators.com. 100% Canadian owned and operated. We have what you are looking for. GD Liquidators.
Where holiday cheer meets great beer. This season, celebrate at the Canadian Brewhouse. From plated dinners and festive buffets to casual pub-style parties, we've got the perfect space for your crew. Book your holiday party today at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
Hockey is heating up, and so is the excitement on Play Alberta. With casino winners every hour, jackpots worth millions, and revenue that stays in the province, there's never been a better time to sign up. Right now, our listeners can score a $50 free bet when they make a minimum $50 deposit with code EST50. That's code EST50 for a $50 free bet. Start playing with your game sense today to find out if you're Alberta's next winner. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense.
From the first time on skates to wearing a special jersey passed down through generations, Sentinel Storage is here for you. Store your sports gear to create space for all life's adventures. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca. Proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers.
All right, hope you're having a great afternoon.
Sounds like Contra.
Okay, what's that?
The video game.
Oh, the video game. It's like, what band is that? Have we played that one on our machine?
I don't think so.
The latest craze on our video game machine here at work is Puzzle Bobble. Head to head.
Yeah.
It's quite fun. It's actually quite tense. It's a pretty good game. We've enjoyed that video game machine. That was so nice of Dustin to bring that in.
That was, yeah.
Yeah.
Puzzle Bobbles. I must say, Reid, it's it can define some people's days around here.
Yes.
Let's just say that.
Let's just say
Not
that.
you or I, but
No, we enjoy usually a match or two a day.
Yes.
Quick ones.
Often during the break.
We have played
Sneak
during
in
the
a
break.
game.
Yeah, usually later in the show.
I mean, we've said that before. We've snuck in.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. We got to unwind.
We just got to stay focused.
Our off-topic topic for William Huff. What is something you wish you had spent, you'd put less effort into or less time doing at some point in your life? Mario in the Nasty Chat, wasting time watching sports instead of doing it. Goodbye. Well, see you, Mario. Have a good day.
See you, Mario.
Yeah. Oh, away he goes. This is Mario going out the door. And he slams it shut.
This is what he says after he comes slamming into his house.
Are you kidding me?
So keep those coming in. 780-218-9999 River Creek Resort and Casino inbox.
Norman at Combine says he played the game Stampede on the Atari 2600.
Which one was Stampede?
He said spent hours perfecting how to rope those cows. However, it did nothing for his team roping career.
Didn't apply.
Did not apply.
Didn't apply in real life. Imagine that. Oh, this is fun. All right. Thanks a lot for joining us this afternoon. In about an hour, Erik Sabrowski, Cleveland Guardians pitcher, is going to join us in studio. Kevin Radomski will check in as well. He's going to be in studio. Whenever we have somebody on our video link, that is the Oil Country Towing video hotline. Oil Country Towing, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team. Fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. We'll have live football during the show tomorrow. That'll be fun.
Oh, yeah.
No NHL tomorrow. So they just gave up. They said, we can't compete with people sitting around watching turkey football all day. So no games. So there was one game yesterday, allegedly.
If you call that a game,
Dallas
yes.
had a game yesterday. 15 games tonight, nothing tomorrow. Oilers back at it Saturday in Seattle. That's a 2 o'clock game, remember? So our coverage is going to be at 1 p.m. with Tom Gazzola hosting the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. All right, time for the Oil Understood for GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around, from turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors. They are the critical engine component experts. Proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years, now a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show. GCL Diesel. Diesel. Understood. I got a cough.
You okay, buddy?
Did Jack Michaels lose his voice last night?
Jack Michaels lost his voice last night.
I don't watch the TV games, obviously. There's something wrong with my voice here.
What was it after? I forget exactly.
It was a Connor
Second period,
Clanbull
right?
goal.
Yes,
exactly.
yes.
He broke his voice, and he was noticeably ill. Like, you could hear his stuffy voice beforehand. And I mean, the 4 Dallas Stars goals in the first period, he kind of toned them down than his usual high energy self.
But it went away really fast, and it went away
For
aggressively.
a long time. Yeah,
Like, he sounded rough.
Yeah.
And then Louis took over for a little bit.
Yeah.
Like
about 4 minutes, I think.
Not
before the
too
TV
long.
timeout.
And then Jack was back.
Yeah, they took the TV timeout, and it was like a rebirth.
I remember when I was working at Chad, I think there was a game in San Jose. He was just fighting it, like just doing his best to get through the game. And you're just gravelly, sick. Like he
sounded
was trying to call it with as much emotion as he could, but it was tough.
He finished the game, like he sounded okay at the end of the game. But you could tell he had taken it down a level.
Yeah, you got to find a way to get through it.
He probably, like Jack is into it when he calls a game.
Yeah.
He probably really ate the mic for the rest of the night, so he could speak quieter.
Yeah.
But it would still sound the same.
Yeah, but that was. I just saw some people posting stuff and saying, I felt bad for Jack because I know Jack. I know how hard he works, and I think he's an excellent broadcaster.
I love Jack Michaels' call.
Yeah. So anyway, hopefully he's feeling a little better today. So look, terrible game for the Oilers. We've seen this far too often this season. Where should we start here? Well, I'll start. Why don't we start with the beginning where I asked Knoblauch a couple of questions. I started off by saying, there's been some games that it looks like there's progress. and then you lose 8-3 3 weeks or whatever after you lost 9-1. Like, is there actually any progress?
Yeah, some days we do show progress. The heart, the commitment, the details are much, much better at the end of the road trip, where we had some tough games, and I thought the guys dug in and played pretty well. And, tonight we absolutely, right from the first shift, we were flat. We had the puck, and we don't make several plays, and then we ended up getting stuck in there, and that first shift was pretty much precursor to how we played the rest of the game. And when we made mistakes, and there were some bad ones, so I don't want to put this on our goalies, but there were some crucial mistakes where we left them exposed at the net.
So you use the word flat several times throughout the season. We've heard players reference emotion and passion, things like that. I mean, I guess the question is, like, it's almost a third of the way in. Like, where is that consistently, that minimum emotional level to compete in a regular season game?
Yeah, that's a good question. You need that because it's such an important part of the game. It is an emotional game. You got to play with intensity. And yes, you need skill, and you need execution, and you need a good system. And it's been difficult for everyone.
So, and again, that remains the most confusing thing to me, is that just this, I don't actually think they're not interested in winning, but this apparent disinterest, or this, the other team's pushing us around, maybe we should do something, like this.
Let me ask you this, Reid.
Sure.
Is that concerning to you that the head coach of the Edmonton Oilers, when asked, you're flat, it's almost a third of the way through the season, where is that?
Right.
And he says, good question. And could have just ended the answer there, because what he went on to say did not answer any of that.
No, he's recognizing that it's not there.
But is that concerning that he didn't say it's somewhere there, we have to find it? Something like that.
Okay,
that I know these guys have it.
So Rashog asked a follow-up later. Basically, Ryan's question was, how high is emotion on your list of concerns?
We have to ramp it up. But I don't want to say that we got a lot of guys who are just frustrated. It's not that they've checked out or don't care. That would be concerning. These guys do care. They haven't checked out, but they definitely are discouraged and don't see much optimism right now. So that's uplifting to know that we can work with that. But I think we need to have, as a coaching staff starting there, instill some hope, and that's with finding a solution to how we can play better.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot wrong. I mean, let's face it. Let's go from the goal. Let's go from the goalie out. They don't get enough saves. Okay, they down low. They don't win enough battles. They don't engage enough. They don't clear the front of their own net. Then you move to transitioning the puck. They don't break the puck out well. They dilly-dally or they turn it over. They don't pass it or skate it well enough through the neutral zone. When they get into the other team's end, they don't forecheck enough. They don't crash the other team's net. They don't sustain anything on the cycle. Every zone of the ice, they're deficient, right? Like, this is like some teams, it's like, oh man, they check, they just can't score. Like, it's everything. And then on top of that, there's this emotional deficit. Now, I know some people want Knoblauch to yell. He probably, we know he has at least that one time. I just think at some point there has to be some personal pride from the employees. And I want to be clear with her, because here's guys, I got to be honest with you, this frustrates me with many of you sometimes. Like, I talk about Area A, and then they get mad I'm not talking about Area B or Area C. Okay? Yes, we can discuss the coaching. Yes, we can discuss Bowman. And quite frankly, I said on the postgame show last night, Bowman gambled and has lost on most of his gambles, except Roslovic. Okay? But just at the employee level, the players, like at some point there has to be some personal reflection and pride saying, I know I can do more, and I have to put it on myself to do more. Okay? Now, look, I don't play in the NHL. I kind of made fun of a guy yesterday for texting in about his job. But you and I have jobs where there's a certain amount of public performance involved. People watch or listen. They take time to invest in us, and we appreciate that. There have been many, many days hosting a talk show. I have not felt like I've done shows on days my dogs have died, where I found out about illness in the family or whatever. And I haven't talked about those things on the air. I've come on and delivered the way that I usually, or at least tried to deliver the show, because there's certain things I do to prepare for the show to get in that mindset. So if you're a hockey player, okay, what do you have to do to play a good game? A lot of that in hockey, it involves delivering a body check, getting feisty, making a smart, responsible play. I think that can help generate emotion and energy and confidence. And they're not doing these very simple, fundamental things to propel themselves into a game. That's what I think. But I don't know why. I can't tell you why they're not doing it.
Yeah, and honestly, when you look at this, and Knoblauch alluded to it there, maybe it starts with the coaching staff. Okay? That is an area of concern, for sure. I mean, you saw the coach that left here in the offseason on the other bench, leading that group. Now, are we starting to see the after effects of losing a high-quality assistant coach like Glenn Gulletson?
Oh, for sure. I think that's another thing that contributes to it.
Right?
Absolutely.
So Knoblauch has assembled this team of relatively new, one quite new to the NHL, assistant coaches that haven't been through this fire. So how are they handling it? What's going on behind closed doors? And then your leadership within that locker room. I've talked about the leadership of this group for a while and that it's lacking. It's letting the team down. And I understand, I mean, you look at what Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl could do on the ice, that's fine. They need to drag these guys through this. They do. That's what being a leader is.
Well, when we get back, let's hear a couple things they said. Okay. Because you and I both had some reaction to that. Jay's play of the day is coming up as well. Of course, we're in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Win big this football season at the Canadian Brewhouse. Score your shot at a trip to the Super Bowl, weekly prizes, and more. Plus $1 off Budweiser and Bud Light tankards. Details at thecanadianbrewhouse.com. Coob, you go now.
Full slate in the NHL, 15 games on tap. The Maple Leafs battle the Blue Jackets. Austin Matthews and Matthew Knies returning to Toronto's lineup. Both players have been sidelined with lower body injuries. Matthews being out since November 11th, injured against the Bruins, while Knies has missed play since the 15th. In Vegas, Mark Stone took line rushes at practice for the first time in over a month. He's nearing a return from a wrist injury that's kept him out since mid-October. The Knights play the Sens tonight. And from Long Island, the Islanders will not be loaning Matthew Schaefer to Team Canada for the World Juniors. In NFL news, Joe Burrow is officially back for the Bengals, being out since week 2 with a foot injury. Cincinnati and Baltimore kick off tomorrow. Out west, the Seahawks have signed Cam Akers while adding former Pro Bowl safety Quandre Diggs to their practice squad. As for the Eagles, Devontae Smith missed practice for the second day in a row, battling a shoulder and chest injury while fighting an illness. On the court, the Raptors and Pacers tip off at 5:30. 9 games in the association with 1 game underway. Detroit leading Boston 30-24 entering the second quarter. This sports update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. Get your home holiday ready with Paramount Flooring. For over 33 years, Paramount's family-owned business has a reputation for earning trust. Fair pricing, dependable service, and quality workmanship. Call 780-483-1991 and mention EST for 10% off. Paramount Flooring, flooring for the life you live. The Reid Wilkins Show carries on after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The Oil Stream.
We're going to introduce Oilers forwards to the front of the other team's net. Like Clattenburg last night looked like he was young Cam Neely compared to this group. Like he goes in, hammers somebody behind the net. The Oilers must have been like, what the hell is that allowed? He went to a place called the front of the net.
What is that?
Where he got a rebound. That's when the goalie has trouble with the puck because there's people around him.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed for small businesses, because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Join over 5,000 Alberta businesses who have chosen us to help their business grow and succeed. Alberta Blue Cross takes care of you and your employees, so you can take care of your business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino. Celebrate the holiday season with the Tenors. Joy to the World Tour at River Cree, December 19th. From timeless classics to fresh renditions of favorites, the Tenors arrive just in time for Christmas. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
All right, thanks a lot for joining us this afternoon. He's Jay, I'm Reid. We're with you until 6 o'clock. Erik Sabrowski from the Cleveland Guardians, Edmontonian. He's pitched in the playoffs the last couple of years. Really good guy. It'll be awesome to catch up with him. Back, I think after the season, he took a bit of a vacation and back in Edmonton now, so we'll catch up with him. Awesome guy to talk to. Kevin Radomski from the Oil Kings will have the teddy bear toss jerseys in studio. And he'll tee up the game that's coming up, next week. And they're finally home again this weekend. I think they're in Red Deer Friday, home game Sunday, and then the Teddy Bear Toss game is next weekend, which will be pretty cool.
Yeah, Sunday, December 7th.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
Presented by Play Alberta. Why settle for less when you can have it all? Only Play Alberta brings you casino games, live dealers, lottery, instants, and sports betting all in one place. Players can get a $50 casino bonus by depositing $50 and using the code EST Casino. You can get a $50 free sports bet by depositing $50 using the code EST Sports. Don't forget to use your game sense.
Okay. I think the Detroit Lions are back.
Okay.
I think they're back.
All right.
I think they're feeling like themselves again. The game against the Eagles was ugly, but they take on the Packers tomorrow morning, and you gotta play that. I mean, anytime it's American Thanksgiving, you got to get a little excited about that.
Sure, why not?
Do you know what they call that today in the USA?
Thursday.
Well, Friday's no.
Oh, in Canada
Today's
we call it
Wednesday.
Thursday. Today's Wednesday. What is it today? Thanksgiving Eve?
Well, Friday's Black
Friday. What's today?
Today is Blackout Friday.
What?
Blackout Wednesday. Because nobody works tomorrow. So they can go and enjoy some refreshments.
I see. Right.
Yeah, not you and I, though.
Yeah, they're treating this. Well, I noticed. Well, another show I'm watching, Pluribus. They put out the next episode like today instead of Thursday or Friday because they do this.
Smart.
People are going into the weekend.
So Lions money line, and I got the Cowboys versus Chefs. The game, 52 or more points. So over 51 and a half.
So this is the afternoon game tomorrow?
This is the one that will be airing.
So it'll be
while we're on
first quarter. Right. Okay.
So Lions money line, Cowboys Chefs over 52, over 51 and a half points. That has been boosted to plus 220. Head over to playalberta.ca, click on sports, click on ESC specials. You'll see it all there. And always remember to use your game sense.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
Yeah, see you, Gager. Great work today, buddy.
Hey,
Yeah,
Gage, keep on rocking in the free world, hey?
That's Neil Young.
Yeah.
You know who he's married to? Daryl Hannah. I randomly found that out. I looked up Neil Young for some reason.
It's an odd name for a woman.
I don't know, I guess.
Well, it's not normal.
It's not traditionally. I don't know how many women are named Daryl. That's a good point. She was in
Do you think
Kill Bill.
ChatGPT would know how many women in the world are named Daryl?
I don't think it would.
Let's ask.
I think ChatGPT knows far less than we think. What are you asking it?
How many women in the world are named Daryl?
Now, I don't know if that's her real name. That could be her performance name. Maybe like her name's Dana or something. She changed it to Daryl to stand out.
Good point. AI says it's impossible to state the exact number of women in the world named Daryl. However, globally, approximately 0.3% of people named Daryl are female. So it's not impossible.
But it's not common.
It's not common, while 99.7% are male.
What is the name in the net? Is that Porsky? Daryl Watts, a female for the Toronto Scepters. All right. Caster 1990. Sean is an odd name for a woman. Sean Young of Blade Runner. Yeah, fair enough. Wow, we're meandering a little bit already. All right. We're going to get to buying or selling for Damon Bunting coming up at 4 o'clock. We just want to hit on a couple other things from last night because Jay brought this up to me when we were talking about the game earlier, and I said, yeah, I'll get those clips and we can run them. So McDavid on the first period last night?
Yeah, not good. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have many answers for you here tonight. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have any answers. As I said.
And then Draisaitl, I asked last night, so it looked, kind of same thing I asked Knoblauch. It looked like you made some progress, and then the first period today, it's like, oh my God. I said, how do you explain the discrepancy?
Not sure. Don't really have an answer right now. It's just clearly start to finish not good enough.
All right. So, I mean, they know they're not good enough. Are you, like, when you hear that, do you, what is your reaction to hearing that?
It would be hard for an Oilers fan to hear that and think, okay, but you're the captain, Connor. You're the guy. You're the number one guy. You're the main guy. You don't know? You don't have an answer? Aren't you supposed to have the answers? Even if you don't have an answer, could you at least make one up? Well, give me something. I'm just, that is a problem, Reid. That is a major problem. That your two star players don't have a hot clue how to fix this mess. That's not good. Now, maybe they're being polite. Maybe they actually do know what the problem is, and the problem is this roster and the construction of it.
Or are they as shocked as anybody else, or maybe even more shocked? Like, are they as shocked as anybody else that, oh my God, I can't believe we're playing this bad?
Fair. And maybe that is the case. Maybe they're dumbfounded as to how am I this disengaged or this disinterested?
Like maybe this is 100% honest.
Not sure. Don't really have an answer right now. It's just
like, well, how can you play, fairly decent against Florida? I don't want to make it sound like they played awesome, but they did what they had to do. The goal is to win the game. They won it.
It's no longer a small sample either.
Right. And again, here's another thing. Generally, like it's 25 games in, so we're at about the third of the season. I just want to bring up all the scores for this year. But okay, I'll just ask you this off the top of your head.
Sure.
Have the Oilers lost a game this year that they probably deserve to win?
Oh.
I would say no myself.
I don't know. Tampa Bay?
Maybe.
That would
they got a point.
One.
Have they won a game that they really should have lost?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, more than one.
Yeah, a few.
Like here's the thing, and I know your record is your record. There's still reasons you win or lose, but I quite frankly think the Oilers are worse than their record.
Interestingly enough,
like a lot of times you say,
completely
they're
makes
5-5, but they're better than their record. Maybe you say it more about football teams than hockey teams.
No, you're absolutely right. Continue.
Well, that's just what I'm saying. That's just what I'm saying. Like this is, they've probably maxed out the number of games that they could have or should have won. Like they're 10-10-5, so points percentage is .500, which in the NHL is below average, and they've only won 40% of their games because it's 10 out of 25, and that's probably generous. They've
When's the last time you've seen the Oilers in such a negative goal differential? Right now they're sitting at -18, Reid.
Yeah, well, a lot of that's from 2 games, but still, goal differentials is one indicator.
It's an indicator of teams that struggle. Usually, as you go from the top of the league to the top.
How many times have we heard from listeners, from family members? You know what? I didn't even want to watch past the halfway point of the second period. Or last night, past about the 15-minute mark of the first period.
Reid,
Washington, Buffalo over early. The loss in Columbus, I don't even remember anymore. How did they get it to 5-4?
I had to fight tooth and nail in my house to keep that game on the TV.
Right.
My wife looked me stone cold in the eyes and said, "Jay, look at the score."
Right.
And I said, "My dearest, lovely wife, April, this is the stuff you watch for.
Yeah.
This is when it gets interesting and you might find something. We must continue." But it was a battle.
Yeah, she wanted to watch Matlock, though.
If there were any fans left in the stands and the final buzzer went, there would have been more boos.
Yeah, you know what was interesting? Now maybe I'm reading too much into this. Like people could tell me I'm totally crazy. But I'll throw this out there as sort of a random observation I had. I feel as if the Colorado Avalanche would have scored the 10th goal with 10 seconds left, they would have celebrated. I got the fact that the Dallas Stars were actually trying to let off the gas, and they were just like, well, what am I supposed to do? Like, they're just letting us score. Like, they're so bad. We're just walking in and scoring. Well, you know what I mean? Like, I almost felt like Dallas was like Colorado never called off the dogs. I know teams maybe don't consciously do that, but I do feel like there was a little bit from Dallas where it was like, okay, like we have enough, but what am I supposed to do? Not tap it into an open net?
Well, look at like Sam Steele, local Ardrossan product, scored the 4th goal at the end of the first period.
By then the Stars were already like, yeah, we're gonna win.
Like the game was over then.
Yeah,
it was over. I actually, Reid, if you look at the ebbs and flows of this game, the Oilers were never in it. From puck drop on.
Well, their first shift was terrible.
Awful.
They did that. I talked to this with Belzy last night. Like, I'm so sick of the regrouping. Like, I know it's other teams do it. I know it's a tactic. I know sometimes you do it to change a line. But like, oh, we got the puck. We're moving it through the neutral zone. Oh, no, let's drop it back. Let's wait behind the net. Let's set up this looping breakout. As opposed to let's push it. Let's push it down the ice. Let's skate. Let's try to do something before the other team is set. They just are trying to set up these pretty plays and they hope they lead to quote-unquote easy goals, but it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, and look, nothing's working. Nothing's working. I mean, this team Reid, I think you and I could effectively operate in the Oilers' own zone.
Right.
I mean, they just don't skate. They don't move. It's like they don't know if they're in zone or man coverage. Some are in man, some are in zone, and they're confusing themselves.
Well, and that's what I've noticed too. Like I pointed it out on that Lazar-Wallman switch a few games ago, and watching the highlights from last night, like a guy, like an opposing player gets the puck, and then an Oiler's like, "Oh yeah, that's me. I gotta go. Like they're just totally out of sync.
You know, it makes me think back to what our good friend Drew Remenda said the other day. Are you surprised, given what this team looks like this year compared to prior years? And I would say I understand what he's saying, but I think now this is to a totally different level, where the surprise isn't coming from a lack of skill necessarily, but from a lack of desire, a lack of give a damn, which is shocking. I know I sound like I'm on repeat, but I cannot stop reiterating this. You're a professional bleeping athlete. Act like one. Show up, do your damn job that you get paid very handsomely for. Or at least pretend to. Pretend. Act like you give a damn. That's just shocking to me. And then to hear your two leaders of the team after the game, well, I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. When you're a professional, you're supposed to be one of the best in the business at your craft. And you have no answers as to why you cannot be the leader or lead this team to any sort of semblance of a team that gives a damn. It's just not acceptable. It's not good enough.
All right. 4 o'clock break, then buying or selling.
The Lock Shop.
And even in the third period, I had to laugh. There's like 6 minutes left. The game is over. And he's out on a shift. He runs a guy and does a hit. And credit to the fans that were still there at that game. A large ovation that somebody was out there doing something. It's crazy because that team that you guys have in Edmonton is so damn talented, but there are a few things missing right now.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation. With options for every style and budget, open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit ParamountFlooring.ca today.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems. But did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Wholesat, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at GCLDiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
Get ready for a feast like no other. 40-ounce steak night is back this November at the Canadian Brewhouse. Sink your teeth into a hand-cut 40-ounce ribeye with all the fixins for just $49.99. Tickets available now in-store or at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Hi, Dennis from Weiss Johnson here, and we're excited to be partnering up with the Nielsen Show and have a special deal exclusive for Nielsen Show listeners. Get 10% off any new Trane furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump installation from now until the end of October. Bundle a furnace with an AC or heat pump and get 25% off the package price. Get your home comfort now for all seasons with Weiss Johnson and Trane. Trane, it's hard to stop a train. Visit WJSportsTalk.com today.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
Tons of action in the NHL tonight. Austin Matthews, Nick Wan, Matthew Nyes all back for the Leafs taking on the Blue Jackets. Matthews and Nyes being out with lower body injuries. Matthews not playing since the 11th. Nyes and Waugh last playing on the 15th, having Waugh return from an upper body injury. Meanwhile, New Jersey plays host to St. Louis. The Red Wings play the Predators, while Edmonton's next opponent, the Kraken, face the Stars. Out east, the Islanders are not loaning first overall pick Matthew Schaefer to Team Canada for the upcoming World Juniors. And to the NFL, the Bengals welcome back Joe Burrow to battle the Ravens tomorrow night. Burrow has been out since week 2 with a foot injury. In other news, Frank Ragnow is coming out of retirement to rejoin the Lions. The 29-year-old retired last offseason. He's still under contract in Detroit. And from Denver, the Broncos and Will Lutz have agreed to a 3-year extension worth over $16 million, $9 million guaranteed. There's 9 games in the association. Raptors rolling hot, looking for 9 in a row, challenging the Pacers at 5:30. And there's already a game underway. The Celtics trailing the Pistons 42-37 halfway through the second quarter. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your Sports Update. Hour 2 of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
All right, thanks a lot for joining us this afternoon, 4:06. We're with you until 6 o'clock. Erik Sabrowski from the Cleveland Guardians, big league relief pitcher from little old Edmonton, is going to join us in about 20 or 25 minutes. We're happy to hear from you as well. A lot of you chatting with each other in the Nasty Chat. That's the chat stream going on YouTube. Give us a thumbs up there as well. We're almost at 50. We want to get to 100. Still 2/3 of the show left. Maybe a little bit of thumb fatigue today. Maybe a little people so bummed out about the Oilers they don't want to give us a thumb. But get in there and give us the thumb. Help build the algorithm for the show so we can keep building Edmonton Sports Talk. We really appreciate it. You can email Reid at EdmontonSportsTalk.com, Jay at EdmontonSportsTalk.com. Got a limerick here from VR Montenegro. Sabrowski in studio, known for throwing smoke. The Oilers lose big time. Their gumption's a joke. First goal for rookie Clatter. The only one up and at her. If paychecks were based on performance, they'd be broke.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
You know where that's going.
That's a real good one.
Oh,
VR is good.
Just so everybody knows, the EST afternoon Let's Do It parlay is up.
Okay.
And it's a banger.
What is it again?
Kiefer Sherwood, goal. Kyle Connor, goal.
Okay.
And Nikita Kucherov, 1 point, plus 1363.
Oh, my goodness.
That's 13-1.
I might have to put a penny on that.
I think you're going to have to sprinkle. Sprinkle tinkle, Reid. Do it.
I'm going to tinkle right now. I don't know. I don't think you should throw the tinkle in there.
Okay, I'll leave that out.
I'm going to tinkle all over that bet. Oh, my goodness. And, of course, if you would like to send us a text, please do so. The afternoon inbox, 780-218-9999, presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, home of Tap 25 Restaurant, where the entire menu is 50% off 7 days a week. That is from 2 to 5 p.m. All right. I love working with you, buddy.
That's fun.
It's been just an absolute joy.
This is like an anaconda taking down a pig.
How does that sound? And then some cats just watching. Meow. Meow. All right. Let's. You want to do buying or selling for our buddy Damon Bunting? Damon Bunting, a consistent top producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community driven. He understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out, DamonBunting.com, Instagram handle of Damon Bunting Real Estate.
Can I just get to this?
Please do.
Scott from Wainwright says, hey, Reid.
Wainwright, great community.
Saw you last night when we were waiting in the hallway to meet some of the players after the game as we were in the suite with the Ben Stelter Foundation and Kids with Cancer Society for Hockey Fights Cancer Night.
Oh, nice.
I wanted to yell your name and get a picture, but I didn't want to bother you. And it was pretty somber as you reporters were leaving. Even though it was a tough game last night, more than a dozen. Oilers came out and took time to take pictures and give autographs to all the children with cancer. It shows me their character and that it's more than just a game. Just wanted to pass that along. And next time, I will bug you for a picture.
Yeah, I have no problem saying hi to anybody. So yeah, feel free if for some reason I don't think a lot of people would want to meet me, but if Scott wanted
Scott
to,
from Wainwright
maybe Scott played high school football for the Commandos, and I interviewed him back in the day.
Could be.
Yeah, there's usually, and I don't bring stuff up like this a lot because it's behind the scenes stuff. There's usually at least one Oilers player who does a meet and greet after the game. So his number will be on the board along with the guys who are going to do media, and they'll usually go out and interact with a family or a group of fans. And yes, there were a lot of people in the hallway, like way more than usual in that hallway after the game because of the Hockey Fights Cancer game. So yeah, the players are expected to do that, win or lose. That's part of the job. I mean, Rob Brown, who everybody knows, I worked with him a long time, have a lot of respect for him. And he, when he played Penguins, some of his other stops, he said, you'd meet a kid, you'd meet a family, and they're excited to meet an NHL player. But he always said that he felt he got more out of it.
Right.
That it was a privilege for him to meet fans, meet people who might be struggling or going through something. So yeah, that is.
It's a good aside.
Not connected to the result of the game. The Oilers know. I think NHL players know that's part of the gig, and I think most of them do it quite willingly.
Buying or selling, Reid? This comes in from the real Slim Davy, doing this one on the fly. How concerned are you guys about the Oilers missing playoffs? I know this team always has a 10-game heater in them, and we've seen it in the past, but I feel like you also can't bank on that right now.
Yeah, I'm very concerned. Mm-hmm. I mean, look, you pretty much have to get to 92 points at least to have a shot at the playoffs. So they have, basically 27 games is a third of the season. So they have a little over 2/3 of the season left. So they have to go 10 games over 500 because they're even 500. So they have to have 10 more wins than regulation losses. And then they'd get to 92 points. Do they look like they're capable of doing that? Like at some point you have to have a 10-game stretch where you go 6-3-1 or 7-3. They have not shown that they're capable of doing that.
Currently on playalberta.ca, they're plus 330 to not make the playoffs. Minus 455 to make the playoffs. So clearly still favored, at least in the eyes of those making the odds.
Yeah, and I get it. It's still early-ish, though what did Leon Draisaitl say yesterday? It's not really early anymore. Like, we got to start going here. Yeah, I mean, okay, sure. If they have a 6-game stretch where they go 4-1-1, that could change everything. They might pass a couple teams, but when's it coming? Like, when is it starting?
Reid, you've witnessed. I'm sure you could figure it out to the exact number. How many professional hockey games you've witnessed, let alone. When you're out in Lloydminster or covering amateur hockey as well. I would say you've witnessed over 1,000 games of hockey in person.
If I were to count covering Junior A, Junior B, are we counting those?
Yes.
And Border Kings and Allen Cup
100%.
Stuff? Okay.
Buying or selling, was last night's game one of the worst you've ever witnessed in person? One of, not the.
Yeah, I'll buy that.
Would you?
No, look, I've seen Junior B games that, were not competitive and fight-filled and stuff like that. That's certainly, that'd be one of the worst Oilers home games I ever covered. I mean, they just had a 9-1 game. I think back in, might have been 17-18 or 18-19. I think they had consecutive 5-0 losses on home ice, though there might have been some road games in between. That would be for an Oilers game that I've covered, a home game. That would probably be in the bottom 5%. I mean, the third period, it wasn't even really worth paying attention.
Oh yeah,
it's like what's really going to happen?
Trust me, I know. I almost got into a marital fight over it. For goodness sake.
Les says the good news is they have a lot of games versus the West left where they can take points from division rivals.
Not playing like this,
That
though.
is true, but
Not if they're
But
playing
again,
like
but
this.
yeah, you have to, at some point, you have to be a little more engaged,
Buying or selling, Reid? Do Leon and Connor need to take the blame for this? Do they need to publicly stand there and take the blame and say, we need to be better, we're letting this team down? And I don't necessarily mean that they 100% are the reason that the team is performing like this. But for the perception of the team to say, holy, it's like when you play bad enough to get your head coach fired.
Right.
And then the new coach comes in and you're playing better.
So a lot of times teams play better even though they're not actually better big picture.
Right.
Right.
Do Connor and Leon need to carry this weight?
Yeah, I don't know. Like if they would have come out last night and just basically ignored the questions. Because sometimes players will do that. They're just like, they'll act like they're listening to the question, but they've decided what they're going to say. We've seen players and coaches do that. They could have just come out and said, look, I'm the leader. I make a lot of money. I've been the leading scorer. I've been a Hart Trophy winner. This starts with me. I'm not good enough. Sure, they could have said that. Would have that made people feel better than them saying that they're basically in as much?
I don't think public perception matters. I'm saying inside that locker room. Would that be enough to stoke that fire and say, boys, we got to get our you-know-what together?
Oh, probably not.
Probably not. I agree.
Because they've probably said it.
Yeah. I'm going to steal another one from the River Cree Resort and
we're getting
Casino
good
inbox.
messages. This is good discussion.
Yeah, we are. Thank you for your thoughtful insight. It's good to see that, instead of just lashing out, right? Uncle Jesse says there are 5 teams below 500 today. Is that not a crazy stat? I feel like it's a weird year.
It's always like that. Well, let's look at the standings last year. Most teams in the NHL now finish above 500 is not what it used to be.
Right.
Like 500 used to be middle of the pack.
Yeah.
But now with the overtime losses, let's look at last year's standings. I'm going to guess 2/3 of the teams were over 500 last year. So I'll go 24-25. Overall standings, points percentage. So last year, 23 of the 32 teams were over 500. Anaheim and Pittsburgh were 488, so a couple wins away. And what did he say it is this year? 26?
There are 5 teams below 500.
Yeah, so I think by the end of the year, okay, let's just do the previous 2 years. Now, this year, there's been an unusual number of overtime games too, right? So that'll affect it. In 23-24, there were 22 teams 500 or better. New Jersey, Calgary, and Seattle were all 494. So just one win under 500. So no, I know what is it, Uncle Jesse? I know what he's saying, but I don't think that is that weird.
But it is weird.
I guess only 5. Yeah, I guess only 5 is low. But
have that many overtime games already as well.
Right, but I think by the end of the year, the other teams will sink. Because we usually see after the trade deadline, there's teams that sell off and lose a lot of games.
We got to do our NFL picks. Are we doing them here?
Let's do them now. Let's do them quickly now.
I think we do them now.
Yeah, because we got guests. Is Erik here already?
Yes. He is.
Okay, so
maybe we should do them later. Or
no, let's do it quickly now. So we're doing the world's simplest NFL fantasy draft. Every week, Jay and I draft 2 players each, 1 quarterback and 1 kicker. Once one of us has drafted that player, we can't take him again. So I know I'm getting the 2 guys I wrote down this week because you've taken them already.
Okay, so I don't have the 100-sided die.
Doesn't matter because you can pick first.
You go first.
Okay. So by the way, the score for the last week we had Darnold and Goff. Both had 2 touchdowns, so we split. My kicker, Butker, had 150 yards and made field goals. Your kicker, Loop, only had 93. So I won that category. So for the season, it's 12.5 to 11.5 for Jay. Quarterback, I'll take Daniel Jones. Or D. Jones, as I'm going to type in his name.
Texans at Colts. I like that. Have I taken Patrick Mahomes yet?
Have you taken Mahomes? I don't think you have. I think I have. Yeah, I took him in week 7. He's available.
I will take Patrick Mahomes against the Cowboys.
Okay.
My kicker will be Cairo Santos from Chicago.
Okay. And I'm taking Folk from the Jets, because why not?
Why not?
Like, you got to take somebody. So, that's the world's simplest fantasy football league.
Good luck to you.
Presented by St. Vincent's School for Poorly Coordinated Boys. We're in the Canadian Brewhouse studio, and we're going to have Cleveland Guardians pitcher Erik Sabrowski joining us after the break. Of course, Canadian Brewhouse. Don't forget about Taco Tuesday. Leveling up at the Canadian Brewhouse all day. $3.49 new tacos and quesadillas after 4 o'clock. Sip on $5.99 margaritas. $2 off Corona tankards and tequila shots starting at $5.99. Here comes the Coop.
On the ice of Flames, dance with the Lightning. The Jets and Capitals duke it out. The Canadians and Mammoth go at it, while the Maple Leafs challenge the Blue Jackets, having Toronto welcome back Austin Matthews, Matthew Nyes, and Nick Waugh to their lineup. And breaking news in baseball, John Heyman from the MLB Network has reported that the Blue Jays have signed Dylan Cease to a 7-year deal worth a total of $210 million. The 29-year-old went 8-12 with the Padres last season. NFL news, Joe Burrow starts tomorrow for the Bengals, officially making his first start since week 2. He's been out with a foot injury at Cincinnati and Baltimore going at it tomorrow. In other news, Frank Ragnow is coming out of retirement, rejoining the Lions. The 29-year-old retired last offseason. He's still under contract with Detroit. From Denver, the Broncos and Will Lutz have agreed to a 3-year extension worth over $16 million, $9 million guaranteed. As for the Seahawks, they've signed Cam Akers while adding Quandre Diggs to their practice squad. And on the hardwood, it's Raptors and Pacers meeting for one of 9 games in the NBA. Tip-off goes at 5:30 with Toronto winners of 8 in a row. Right now, it's the Pistons up 58-57 over the Celtics at halftime. Detroit looking for win number 14 in a row. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and surrounding areas since '93. They have doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff today at Windsor Plywood Leduc. Erik Sabrowski, pitcher for the Cleveland Guardians, checks in next. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Erik.
Craig Button.
Do you know who played with Austin Matthews on the right wing for 2 years at the USA National Team Development Program? Yeah, you guessed, Jack Roslovic. Were the Toronto Maple Leafs completely asleep at the wheel? Jack looks, that's a good spot for me. The Oilers should see it as a good spot for him, and they should try to get him signed. When January 1st hits, get him done. He has been a really good player for the Edmonton Oilers.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Erik. Weekday mornings 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino. Celebrate the holiday season with the Tenors. Joy to the World Tour at River Cree, December 19th. From timeless classics to fresh renditions of favorites, the Tenors arrive just in time for Christmas. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
All right, thanks a lot for joining us this afternoon. We appreciate everybody participating in the Oilers discussion, which, of course, we always have a lot of here on Edmonton Sports Talk. We keep you covered on everything Elks, U of A, and even a little Major League Baseball, because we are very lucky to have a big league pitcher right from little old Edmonton making his second in-studio appearance on the Reid Wilkins Show from the Cleveland Guardians. It is Erik Sabrowski. Erik, how are you doing? Yeah, get right in there on the mic. Is he turned up, Coop? Oh, I think we got to do it on the board there.
I faded him up.
You faded him up. They're bringing me in slowly.
Yeah, there we go.
You're right here rocking the Elks hat. You're full Edmonton when you're back in town.
Got to pander to the people, right?
That is a sick hat. That is a sharp hat, Erik.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it.
It's good to see you. You were here last off season, right before your wedding.
Yeah.
And now you've celebrated a year.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
It's been wonderful.
Yeah.
Life has been really great. I don't have any complaints.
Good stuff. Let's dive in with the season. Well, can we start kind of like, how far out of the playoffs were you guys at one point? Like, wasn't it in the teens?
Really far. Really far. Yeah, I think it was 15 games or something like that.
Right. So, and now look, I know you follow the hockey team. We're all like, oh, they're going to make the playoffs. But so what was, now I know you missed the start of the year, right? Mm-hmm. Which we'll talk about too. But what was the feeling in the clubhouse? You know, when you were guys looking at the standings, were you thinking about making a run? Like, what kind of got that charge going?
Well, it was really hard not to look at the standings and just deal with the game that night, or the series upcoming. But we actually kind of had a bonding moment out of getting swept by Texas. In Texas, we got blown out. They beat the wheels off of us, and our manager Stephen Vogt actually had a little come to Jesus, I guess, with us. And one of the redeeming, or one of the main things we all took from it was he said, look around, guys. Everyone else is like the Red Sox were at that time, the Royals, the Rays, they were all kind of in the hunt with us, and we all had bad weeks. And kind of just said, like, all we got to do is win a few games in a row and we'll gain ground on everyone else. And had a really good September and managed to sneak our way in there.
So when he delivered that message, was he angry? Was he matter of fact? Like, how does a manager?
No, he's awesome.
Yeah,
I don't think I've seen him angry times. It was kind of just delivered like that. He was just talking to us, kind of just, guys, we're fine. We're not playing good baseball right now, but they don't hand out ranks in August.
Right.
It doesn't matter how you're doing then. It's how you finish the season, and I think we really took that message to heart.
Right. So it was kind of like, no one else wants to win it, so why not us? No one else is going for that playoff spot. I guess you were thinking more wild card at that time, probably not even division, maybe, or just start putting something together.
We had a funny joke. We had 6 games at hand, or in hand against Detroit. Sorry, we were playing them 6 more times,
head to head. Okay,
and at one point we were down, 7 or 8 games to them, and it was a joke amongst us. Like, what if we just swept them in those 6 games? And we ended up taking 5 of 6. And I think there's that second series against them at home where we went 2 and 3. Ended up finishing 5 and 6, or 5 of 6, where we were like, we have a shot. So it wasn't until, late in the season where we realized we had a shot, but we were there.
So I brought up the game log for you guys. So the series against the Rangers, that was still that was still fairly late in August. You go to Texas, you lose 4-3, 10-0, and 5-0.
Yeah.
You come back home, lose 9-0 to the Rays. Yeah. So like literally nothing.
No, that was in Tampa.
Well, that was in
Tampa.
They left out the at there. Okay.
Yeah.
So like I was just saying about the Oilers, like they're not good at anything. Like for 4 games, you guys were good at nothing.
Correct. Correct. Yeah.
Right. So
it wasn't great, but
and then you win 3-0, 4-3, like minor blip at the start of September, and then you win almost every game.
Yeah. Yeah, we kind of got hot.
So what's the feeling? Like, is it looser? Is it like what's?
Yeah, it's just when things are going well, no one's upset they had a bad game. No one's tinkering, working on mechanical changes. It's just, hey, we won, and it's as simple as that. And when you're winning, it's like you said, it's looser. It's just a lot more fun to show up when we're winning a lot of games. Bro.
Yeah, that was incredible because like it kept being like, I'd see all these stats like no one's come from this far behind, no one's had this much of a winning streak, all that stuff.
Is there a comparison here, like to obviously what's going on with the Oilers? They're Jekyll and Hyde, night in, night out. But you just said it. It's a lot easier to come to work when things are going your way, right? Is it a total? This is one side and this is the other side when things are good as opposed to when things are bad in the clubhouse, in a major league clubhouse?
I mean, you'd like to think it isn't,
right,
but it has a big effect on how you go about your daily business, right? Like if you won last night, but say I pitched poorly, we still won. It's, you throw your little pity party after the game and then, all right, we won. It's all right. On to tomorrow. But, when you have a bad game personally and your team loses, it's hard not to feel that you were a main reason of
was
that.
I the one that turned the wrong way?
Exactly.
Right.
Or, maybe if I had gotten that guy out, could have won that game. Things like that. And hockey's a lot more fluid than baseball, but I find it hard to believe it's not similar.
Yeah. So you've pitched in the postseason both years of your career now. You guys went
pretty
to
lucky.
Yeah, you went to the ALCS last year. You told us some great stories about that. I can't remember all the scores off the top of my head.
Wild card this year.
Wild card.
Detroit got
You
us.
have to play Detroit again.
Yeah.
So
they got you back.
They got you this time.
We beat Scoobel twice in those last two series, and you can't beat Scoobel 3 times in a row. That guy is incredible.
Did you pitch in all 3 games?
I did.
Yeah. And how did you feel you pitched?
All right.
Yeah.
First 2 were good. Third one got away from me, but learning from it.
Yeah. I remember, I got to say, like, I know you're a big guy and I've met you in person several times, but like when you're on TV, I'm like, is this the biggest guy in Major League Baseball? Like,
I'm actually one of the smaller guys in our bullpen.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's incredible. Like Cade Smith, Canadian, Hunter Gaddis, those guys are monsters.
Yeah.
I'm just another guy. It's one of the only places in the world where I feel kind of small.
Where you feel like a little guy?
Yeah, exactly.
You just referenced the bullpen. You're one of the smallest guys. Like the bullpen to me has got to be one of the most fascinating areas on a professional playing surface. I mean, what happens in the bullpen? Are you guys dialed? Are you loose? Are you somewhere in the middle? Are you? Well, I won't put you on the spot and ask you if there's cell phones in the bullpen. But what's the vibe like in the bullpen?
Well, there's no cell phones in the bullpen.
he's playing
Not at
Sudoku.
all. Yeah. Not at all. Yeah. Some
You never
guys
know if
do.
you're on.
We have the iPads. The MLB registered iPads. They have crosswords on them. They have Sudokus, and you can rip one of those out in the first couple innings if you want.
Oh, no way.
But we're a mix of loose and locked in. First 3 or 4 innings, especially if our starters, in a group, we're not paying a ton of attention. We're, asking each other stupid questions and playing trivia. And it's right when that starter gets around the 65 pitch mark where it's time to turn it on, time to go to work. Guys start their preparations, do their bands, throw their weighted balls. But if you were locked in for every pitch for all 9 innings for 162 games, you'd last a week.
Right.
Like it's part of the schedule that we have. You got to find the times, even during the games, to kind of disassociate a little bit and kind of put your feet up. But then it's also important to know, like, it's my time to go. I better lock it in.
So, if you have been, I could bring up your game log, but what's the most number of days in a row you've pitched? Do you remember?
3.
So did you kind of think on the 4th day, all right, they probably won't come to me, or?
Well, there was no 4th day, unfortunately.
Oh, it was the playoffs.
It was the playoffs. Yeah.
Sorry, it wasn't the regular season. Okay.
Yeah, well, just with my history and stuff, it had kind of been 2 days in a row max.
Right.
Cleveland doesn't do back-to-back days in the minor leagues, so I wasn't exposed to that until the big league.
Okay.
And so I only did it once last year, and then I did it quite a few times this year. But it was knowing, if I pitched that second day, I would have that third day off. But in the playoffs, it's
right.
Our manager, Stephen Vogt, has a bit of a bit, I guess. In the regular season, he asks you how you feel, and he actually cares how you answer. In the playoffs, it doesn't matter.
You might have to pitch, yeah.
Yeah, if you're on the lineup card, you might have to pitch, and they expect you to do your job.
So it's been a few years now with the rule that the relievers have to pitch to 3 guys.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, unless the inning ends or whatever. But are you ever told, look, you're the best matchup against this guy? Like, is it ever that specific where it's like, Jay's yours today if we need to get Jay out, and then you can deal with the other 2 guys after that?
Probably not that concrete, but we have pre-series meetings against, say we're playing the Rays, and you kind of leave that meeting knowing with, I throw left-handed, and the pitches I throw, it's like I'm probably a good option for that guy in certain spots. And then we kind of call them pockets. There's 3 pockets in a lineup, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you kind of know, okay, I'm probably going to be in that middle pocket because there's 2 of the 3 hitters are left-handed, or I'm going to be in that first pocket because this guy can't handle lefties at all, things like that. It's not, hey, Erik, you got this guy that night, but you have a good idea of when. And then with your role in the bullpen, too, like we got an unreal closer and an unreal setup man.
Yeah.
I know it's probably the 5th, 6th, or 7th innings that I'm going. So
you're usually going in one of those middle innings.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell you what, this is a great opportunity for everybody listening as well. We have a major league pitcher in studio. Like, Erik Sabrowski's here. I feel like I still get emphasis. He is from Edmonton. And for all the people who are like, you guys never talk hockey, or you guys only talk hockey, you never find anybody else. I just want to emphasize this. We have a major league pitcher from Edmonton in studio. This is also your chance to ask Erik a question about baseball, about life in Major League Baseball, about growing up in Edmonton. I know he's told this story before, but if you haven't heard it, he's happy to share his formative years or whatever you want. So post in the nasty chat. That's going on YouTube. Give us a thumbs up as well. And, of course, you can send a text to 780-218-9999. River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. River Cree Resort and Casino, home of Tap 25 Restaurant, $18.99 prime rib special. Is there any prime rib in the big leagues? You ever get prime rib?
Occasionally, yeah.
Occasionally. I think we talked food last year. Trust me, we're going to do it again this year. We will. That's one of our favorite topics. The prime rib special, 7 days a week except show nights, 11:30 in the morning to 11 at night, available for dine-in and takeout. More with Erik and also the Oil Kings teddy bear toss jersey coming up. Here's the Coop.
A full slate in the NHL, 15 games on tap. Minnesota and Chicago battle. The Canucks and Ducks square off while Toronto and Columbus duke it out. It's Austin Matthews, Nick Waugh, and Matthew Nyes back in action tonight for the Leafs. And out in Toronto, it's Dylan Cease and the Jays agreeing to a 7-year, $210 million deal. John Heyman of the New York Post first reporting the deal with Cease having played 7 years in the majors, seeing 168 innings of play last season for the Padres. NFL news, Joe Burrow is officially back for the Bengals. He's been out since week 2 with a foot injury. Cincinnati and Baltimore kick off tomorrow. And out west, the Seahawks have signed Cam Akers while adding former Pro Bowl safety Quandre Diggs to their practice squad. As for the Eagles, Devontae Smith missed practice for the second day in a row, battling a shoulder and chest injury while fighting an illness. On the court, the Raptors and Pacers tip off at 5:30. 9 games in the association. Toronto winners of 8 in a row. Second only to Detroit in the Eastern Conference. And the Pistons are in action right now against the Celtics, trailing 67-61 with about 8.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. More with Erik Sabrowski after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The EST Hangout.
Before the Colorado game, the Oilers had given up 8 or more goals once in their previous 643 home games. Franchise record for most goals against in a span of 3 games at home, and tied for third most goals against over a span of 3 games at home in the NHL since 1997.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Sentinel Storage is proud to partner with Toy Mountain in support of Big Brothers Big Sisters Boys and Girls Club. Between now and December 19th, drop off a new unwrapped toy at a Sentinel Storage near you and bring a smile to a child this holiday season.
Hockey is heating up, and so is the excitement on Play Alberta. With casino winners every hour, jackpots worth millions, and revenue that stays in the province, there's never been a better time to sign up. Right now, our listeners can score a $50 free bet when they make a minimum $50 deposit with code EST50. That's code EST50 for a $50 free bet. Start playing with your game sense today to find out if you're Alberta's next winner. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense.
EST Afternoons.
Playing in his second NHL game.
Yes.
18 games professional, and he's showing more heart, more desire. That is the biggest slap in the face. That is appalling. Absolutely appalling.
Like, I mean, good on the kid. Connor Clattenburg did more in 2 games than Trent Frederick's done so far this season. I'm sorry, he's noticeable.
EST Afternoons, weekday afternoons 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Where holiday cheer meets great beer. This season, celebrate at the Canadian Brewhouse. From plated dinners and festive buffets to casual pub-style parties, we've got the perfect space for your crew. Book your holiday party today at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
The Oil Stream.
We're going to introduce Oilers forwards to the front of the other team's net. Like Clattenburg last night looked like he was young Cam Neely compared to this group. Like he goes in, hammers somebody behind the net. The Oilers must have been like, what the hell, is that allowed? He went to a place called the front of the net.
What is that?
Where he got a rebound. That's when the goalie has trouble with the puck because there's people around him.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
All right, we are fired up to have Cleveland Guardians pitcher Erik Sabrowski in studio. Fired up for Gemco Fireplaces, proudly serving Edmonton and area for 45 years. Authorized dealer for Napoleon Fireplaces. Whether it's gas or wood burning, look no further than Canadian-made Napoleon Fireplaces. All the Napoleon products you need available at Gemco, 9281 50th Street. So Erik, of course, with the Cleveland Guardians. I was just double-checking his stats. 33 appearances. You were hurt for about the first half of the year. 12 holds, which in your role is really good. ERA well under 2, 1.84. So I know you want to win, but you're pretty happy with those stats overall?
Yeah, it's we were talking off air. Like, it was a bit of an up and down season for me, but I'm happy with how it all ended. Well, I'm not happy losing in the playoffs, but
sure.
Personally, I think it was an all right year, and I can build off that and go into 2026 strong.
We got some really good questions coming in, so we gotta get the listener feedback here. Sobykirk says, "Can I get Erik's thoughts on the new ABS challenge system coming next year? Good or bad for the game?"
I think if it's limited to just the challenges, I think it'll be fine. It's something that they used in the minor leagues my last couple of years there, and 2 challenges a game won't really affect timing or anything, and I think it just it eliminates that big blown striker ball call that I'm sure even the umpires don't like, he misses a fastball right down the middle and that blows up on Twitter that night or vice versa. I think it can help eliminate that, and I think it's fine for the game.
So, and it's funny, last summer, Jay and I did a ref week. So we had like a WHL ref, former NHL ref, and we had a local ump but he was been umping for like 30 years. So we had some really good stories from those guys. when there was that one video, who was the guy in the Mariners that got mad at that one pitch? And they went to the ump cam.
Suarez.
He was like, that was blanking the same pitch as before. And the ump was like, no, it wasn't. I know you can't argue balls and strikes, and you don't want to have the ump against yourself. But when you're walking off, have you ever asked a question or glared at an ump or stuff like that if you thought you weren't getting a pitch?
Occasionally.
Yeah.
Occasionally.
More of a glare?
Yeah, more of a glare, maybe some not nice words, but it's just, in the heat of the moment, it just happens. I think being an umpire is incredibly hard.
Yeah.
Like, I absolutely couldn't hit the stuff that pitchers throw, so I can't imagine, having to call balls and strikes to a millimeter and things like that. So,
but what the line is with the language and stuff.
Yeah, well, I got thrown out in AA once, so maybe I don't know the line. Yeah, but I still have that fine letter. We're going to get it framed and put it up.
Oh, you
somewhere.
got a letter as well.
Yeah, you get a letter telling you, where you went wrong, and there's a $50 fine in the minor leagues.
Oh my goodness!
Wow. Yeah. So it hit the checkbook a little bit, but no, we're all right now. But it's, I don't know. You never want to show a guy up, and
that's the big thing, right?
They talk, right, and if you get a bit of a reputation, maybe a guy's less likely to give you a close call, and it's just stuff you don't want to deal with.
Adam says, my cousin played independent pro ball in the early 2000s. I had another cousin drafted to Houston. Both of them talked about how hard it was as a Canadian to be discovered. How was it for Erik?
Well, I went to college in the States, and I think that was a big helping point. Yeah, Cloud County Community College, and that's where I got drafted out of. With the internet, things are, it's looking better for Canadians, and in the end, I think if you're good enough, they'll find you. Maybe in the early 2000s is a little different. You can't be sending video to coaches. Scouts can't be looking up videos and stuff, but I think it's getting better, and there's more opportunities for Canadian kids. I think the game in Edmonton keeps growing, and I appreciate seeing that.
All right. Max says, does Erik have a song when walking up to the mount?
I do not, no. I was telling these guys if they want to give me a big fancy intro, with the
Ron Burgundy flute.
You mentioned the Edwin Diaz trumpets and the flashing lights, sure, but no, there's I'm weirdly superstitious, and I feel like if I pitch poorly with a certain song, I'm going to be going into the PR guy's office and asking him to change it, and I don't know. It's just I've never felt like I needed a walk-up song, I guess.
This might be the weirdest, stupidest question of all time, but I got to ask it. Because I was thinking, and I'm thinking, there's one guy to ask. I got to ask it. Is there a pitch out there that you think hasn't been invented yet?
Oh man.
Like, is there
That's
something?
a tough one.
Is there something?
I don't think so. Off the top of my head, I think people have learned how to manipulate the baseball and make it spin in crazy ways, and I think we've kind of hit the limit.
You've hit it.
Hit the limit.
There's got to be something. We should. I mean, that should be your
that's a deep dive,
now.
right?
Yeah, that's a deep dive.
Or some weird arm.
I don't know
or
if
something like that.
I don't know if Cleveland will be too happy if I show up to spring training throwing some random
Hey
pitch.
guys, hold on a minute. Watch this one.
Yeah, no, these guys from home told me to look for it, and we found it.
Okay, and I got to ask you this. I just, from a pitcher's perspective, in the major leagues, what goes through your head when you see Shohei Ohtani throw 10 strikeouts and hit 3 home runs in the same game?
It's incredible. Like, nobody else does that. And maybe no one has done that quite the level that he has. It's crazy. Like, people ask me, jokingly sometimes, how come you don't do what Ohtani does? And I hit a bit in college, but like I said earlier, to the stuff that every pitcher in the MLB has now is insane, and I can't fathom getting a bat on it, let alone hitting it out of the park. It's incredible what he's doing.
Do you think we are collectively watching? Babe Ruth is the king of baseball, the best they'll ever do. Are we watching that right now? Is there a chance?
Yeah, and unfortunately, he's dealt with some injuries, but what he put on display during those playoffs, I don't even know if there's a comparison to other sports. Like, saying, Connor McDavid is also the best goalie in the league.
That's a good point.
You don't even think of it like that. Right. Just, it doesn't even make sense. And yeah, he's playing two different positions in baseball, but it's he's a top 5 hitter and a top 5 pitcher when he's healthy. And it's really special to watch.
How many pitches do you throw?
3.
So fastball,
curveball, and slider.
Okay. What's the highest velocity you hit this year? Do you remember?
95, 96.
95, 96. Yeah. So everybody's like 95 plus.
Yeah, everyone. With their fastball. Man, I'm pretty sure I'm below average.
I don't know if you're quite old enough. I'm pretty old, as you know. There was a guy, there's a closer mostly for the Padres, Trevor Hoffman.
Yeah.
And he threw like 88, but somehow he
had that changeup.
He had a
changeup.
I guess Maddox didn't throw that hard either, and he was really good. But these they're throwing so hard now.
It's crazy. Like I said, like I don't think there's a worse pitcher in the big leagues, but maybe the guy who had the worst year, he has a pitch that would just, I feel like, would dominate back in the day. Like it's so hard to make it there, and everyone has something unique that makes them special and allows them to succeed, especially as a pitcher. And the game is evolving, and yeah, guys are just throwing harder and harder and harder.
Erik Sabrowski, Cleveland Guardians relief pitcher, joining us here on the Reid Wilkins Show. Edmontonian, grew up out in the West End, and you're back here for a few months in the off season, which is really cool. Did you watch the World Series?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
I did.
And were you pulled into the drama, or do you watch it with a little more detachment?
I thought I was a Jays fan growing up and stuff, but they didn't make the playoffs last year, so I didn't have that dilemma. I thought I'd be a little more invested in it, but I obviously was watching, and it would have been very cool for Canada for the Jays to win, but they just, fortunately, they ran out of gas. The Dodgers are really good.
Yeah, and you play every team now, right? So you played the Dodgers. All right, so we got you for a few more minutes. We got to talk hockey because it was funny. Last year you came into studio, and then there was an Oilers game a few days later, and I was coming out of the dressing room after doing post game, and I was kind of like, I know that guy. Oh, he's waving at me. Oh, that's Erik. Because I think you were meeting the team after the game or something.
Yeah, I was really fortunate. They brought me down and showed me the facilities and stuff. It was really cool.
Yeah. So how closely? Because it's weird for you, right? Your playoff run, summer, and then they start up again. How closely do you follow the Oilers when you're playing for the Guardians?
It's tougher when we're playing during the season. I was in the middle of my rehab assignment in AAA during the playoffs this past season. So, it'd be throw my inning and kind of go back into the locker room and watch some baseball, while I was, it was an opportunity afforded to me. I was actually at the game last night, and that was a little disappointing.
Sorry about that.
Clattenburg's awesome.
Yeah,
he's fun to watch.
We seriously, not seriously, graded the whole team off the start of the show, and we gave everybody an F except Clattenburg.
What did he get?
I gave him an A-,
B+ for me.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Well,
good goal last night. He was in the right place at the right time.
His check he made behind their net too. That was a couple of physical hit. Like he stopped. I forget what the player was, but you rarely see that where it just looks like the player was running into a brick wall.
Yeah, he was.
He certainly did what Reid has a great saying, by the way. Reid says that Clattenburg plays the way his name sounds. It's noisy.
Well,
that's
Clattenburg.
That's a good saying. I like it.
So, I assume. Well, maybe not. I want to ask you, the perspective when you see a team go out and lay an egg. Are you pissed off as a fan? Or are you kind of like, well, I've had those nights, or my team's had those nights. I know they're probably still trying, but they're in a funk.
Equal parts again.
Yeah.
I'm definitely an Oilers fan through and through, and it sucks not seeing them play to their potential. But yeah, on the other side, those games happen, and unfortunately, they've been happening quite a bit. But I don't know. I don't think it's time to push the panic button, but we're getting close.
Yeah. It's not great. Then again, your team, final 5 weeks.
I'm sure we were written off, right? So, and the Oilers are very, very talented. They have the players who can perform. So they'll figure it out.
So is NHL I mean, I'll leave baseball out of it because that's also your job. Is NHL still your favorite league to follow, or now that you're in the States, have you? I'm sure you knew NFL.
Yeah, Browns guy.
Yeah.
No, I think even a Browns fan would tell you not to become a fan of the Browns. It's
come on, should have got them the win.
Those poor guys. But no, NHL by and far. Don't have a football team. I cheer for the guys on my fantasy team.
Right.
That's about it.
And the Elks hat. So
yeah,
still
yeah.
CFL.
Are you excited for CFL fantasy, which will be coming up?
No, I'm not in a CFL league.
Okay,
not yet.
We'll get you in one next
we'll
year.
get you in
Dusty
one.
will get
Hey,
you
we
in.
should get a league, the Reid Wilkins Show league, and get.
I'll bring it up to the guys down there and let you know what they say about
So how many
that.
Canadians on your team?
3.
And
3 this year.
Do you guys talk hockey or not?
Bo Naylor's a hockey fan for sure. Kate Smith can't even skate. He is.
He doesn't even.
I don't even know how he's Canadian.
Oh.
Doesn't like hockey. Can't skate.
Sounds like you've had this conversation with him
quite a few
Yeah.
times. There's a few guys like if you come across a guy from New York, they're hockey
they'll
fans.
know.
Minnesota, they know hockey, but not a lot of guys. Not a lot of hockey talk.
Okay, and I said we'd get. And thanks for coming in. This is so great to see you. I said I'd get to the food.
A lot less red meat this year. I had to.
Did you change your diet?
I had to cut back on it. I got a little fluffy last year, so had some more chicken.
So, but is like if you fly, is there a buffet on the plane after a game? Is there food in the clubhouse?
Yeah.
What's it like?
There's never not food. It's crazy. Like, we show up to a road park around 1 or 2 and there's lunch, and then we go and get our throwing in, get our quick practice in, come in, there's food. Game's over, there's food. And we get to the plane, there's food waiting on the tarmac for us, and bring it on and serve it throughout the flight too. And
is it always healthy choices?
No, especially on the plane. We get Chick-fil-A quite a bit.
Nice.
I'm so happy there's one here in Edmonton now.
Yeah.
I've been hitting the west side up
Right over here.
quite a bit. I really like it. It's quicker hand food or finger food on the plane, but in the locker room and especially at home, our chefs do an amazing job, and it's good food.
Ike Howard was in Edmonton. He got sent down to Bakersfield, but when he was here, one of the first things he said about arriving in Edmonton was that he was happy there was a chipper.
Oh, right.
Do you know what
what?
a chipper, right? Is that what he said?
We didn't know. We had to get help.
I don't know what a chipper is either.
A Chipotle.
Oh,
Are you
no,
a
I just
Chipotle guy?
call it Chipotle.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I thought we were losing our mind.
No, I like going there too.
Is there a Tim's in Cleveland?
There were Tim's when I was in AA. I was in the Eastern League. That's kind of in Pennsylvania and New York.
Yeah.
And there was quite a few Tim's in the towns we play, like Erie, Pennsylvania.
So
where
you're like, hey,
I'd go to Tim's occasionally, and
Are you a
guys would
coffee guy?
make fun of me for it. I am.
why would they make
yeah.
fun of you?
Yeah, why would we make
I don't know. It's just you're Canadian. We're different, I guess.
Say, hey, bug off, eh?
Yeah. Hey,
So
go
if
get a double.
You don't have Timmy's there. What's your go-to place in Cleveland?
I have an espresso and I make coffee at home.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just throw the pot in.
Reid's
It's
a big
easy.
coffee head, too.
Yeah.
Well, a little bit.
Yeah. I've been drinking a lot of espresso.
Oh, good stuff.
Yeah. Little jet fuel, get you going.
Favorite ballpark, no, aside from home, favorite ballpark, amenities, views.
Oh, yeah,
to
because
play.
now during a 2-year span, you guys go
Seen
to every
a
one.
few,
Yeah.
few more of them. Minnesota actually had an incredible visitor setup.
Oh, nice.
Good weight room, great food. The staff were awesome. The ballpark's not as great. It's just another one in the league. I can't believe I'm saying that. That's how lucky I am, right? But no, it's still. We played at Dodger Stadium early after I got called up last year, and that was really cool. We were there on a weekend series. Shohei was, I think, 2 home runs away from 50-50, so it was packed.
Right.
I think capacity is like 55,000 people, and it was. I think I remember Dodger Stadium more just because there's so many people there. There's nicer stadiums. Yankee Stadium's really cool, but it was Dodger Stadium for sure.
I got to ask you one more.
Sure.
Thanks for coming in. This is so great. Because you told a great story about being heckled at Yankee Stadium last year.
Yeah.
Did you have any good heckle stories from this year, or have you tune it out even more now?
That's a good question.
Because what was the Yankee one again? The guy was like, pretending you didn't know your name or something like that, or like.
Well, there's that, and then when we were there in the playoffs, obviously, when
Right.
the bullpen walks out to
Yeah, you
bullpen
got- you
before
said
the
you had to
game,
watch.
and they kind of had like a spotlight on us, and
Well, you were just
turned
happy
all
to
the
be
other
getting
lights.
heckled.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. It's like that guy knows my name. No way. But then, so that was pretty intimidating. But no, I don't think there was many great heckling stories this year. Maybe, sure, someone said something funny, but I can't remember it.
Yeah,
right
after
now.
a while, it's probably like, okay. There's
Yeah,
another
you kind
guy.
of you learn to tune it out a bit.
Eric, we love having you. Thanks for taking the time to come in. And like, I hope this doesn't sound cheesy. I mean it. Like, you're an inspiration, I think,
Thank you.
to not just young Edmonton baseball players, like young Edmonton athletes. You can work, you can get noticed, you've had to fight through injury, and you can make it, and you can play and pitch on the biggest stage in the world. So that's really cool, man. And thanks for coming on our show.
Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate my time here.
Erik Sabrowski from the Cleveland Guardians. We got a teddy bear toss jersey. Next, the fun keeps coming on the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne.
Two guys and a goalie.
If we were to rank the Edmonton Oilers' best rivalries right now, it's probably recency bias, but I think by the end of the year, because just the fact that they play the Dallas Stars a couple more times, I think you would probably have Dallas number one.
Number one, Cass, Oilers' biggest rival right now.
I kind of got to go LA.
Two guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Hi, Dennis from Weiss Johnson here, and we're excited to be partnering up with the Nielsen Show and have a special deal exclusive for Nielsen Show listeners. Get 10% off any new Trane furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump installation from now until the end of October. Bundle a furnace with an AC or heat pump and get 25% off the package price. Get your home comfort now for all seasons with Weiss Johnson and Trane. Trane, it's hard to stop a train. Visit WJSportsTalk.com today.
From the first time on skates to wearing a special jersey passed down through generations, Sentinel Storage is here for you. Store your sports gear to create space for all life's adventures. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca. Proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers.
Running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed for small businesses, because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Join over 5,000 Alberta businesses who have chosen us to help their business grow and succeed. Alberta Blue Cross takes care of you and your employees, so you can take care of your business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you.
At Mind 360, we invite you to embark on your mental health journey in a safe and comfortable space. Conveniently located in St. Albert, Mind 360 has a diverse team of experienced clinicians that offer a broad range of tailored services for children, adults, and families. Furthermore, we are very proud to serve our military, veterans, and first responders. If you're looking for counseling, treatment, or assessment, understand that you are not alone. Contact Mind 360 at mind360.ca to book an appointment today.
Nine games about to get underway in the NHL. Austin Matthews, Nick Wan, Matthew Nyes all returning for the Leafs against the Blue Jackets. We also have the Rangers and Hurricanes facing off with the Jets. Matchup with the Capitals. And baseball news, John Heyman of the New York Post has reported that the Jays and right-hander Dylan Cease have agreed to a 7-year, $210 million contract. To the NFL, the Bengals welcome back Joe Burrow to battle the Ravens tomorrow night. Burrow being out since week 2 with a foot injury. In other news, Frank Ragnow is coming out of retirement to rejoin the Lions. And from Denver, the Broncos and Will Lutz have agreed to a 3-year extension worth over $16 million, having $9 million guaranteed. To the association, The Raptors are rolling hot, looking for 9 wins in a row, challenging the Pacers at 5:30. And there's one game underway right now. It's the Celtics up 86-83 over the Pistons at the end of the third quarter. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your Sports Update. Hour 3 of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
That was a great chat with Edmontonian Erik Sabrowski. Pitches for the Cleveland Guardians in Major League Baseball. Reid Wilkins, Jason Milne, Edmonton Sports Talk, presented by Play Alberta. It's time to turn up the fun with the all-new Play Alberta app, your digital destination for casino, live dealers, lottery, instants, and, of course, sports betting. And we are going to keep the excellent in-studio guests rolling. The Director of Business Operations for the Edmonton Oil Kings, back in studio, Kevin Radomski is here. Kevin, how are you?
Good afternoon. How are you guys?
We're doing great. It's nice to see you.
I appreciate
it's always
being
good
here.
to see you.
You know what? But I appreciate that you guys always have us on. It's fun, though. When you talk about turning up the fun, that's what we're about to do right here with the Oil Kings.
We are. So, first of all, I got to mention this. The Edmonton Oil Kings, just double-checking the standings, are 18-6-2 on the season.
No big deal.
They've played 6 straight road games and went 4-2.
Yep.
And have one more road game. I mean, they're home from the trip. One more road game Friday, and then we'll talk about your home schedule.
Yep.
So points, they're top of the East. Points percentage. I mean, this is crazy. So Prince Albert's 16-1-4.
Mm-hmm.
So the Oil Kings have more points. PA slight edge in percentage, but do incredible
You
things.
got to win those games.
You got to win those games.
Exactly, yeah.
So the Oil Kings are having a great season.
Yeah.
And one of the most fun things ever. I'm very spoiled because I used to go to the news conference and now I just say, just come on my show.
Exactly.
You know, if you're on YouTube, you're going to get to see it. If you're on iHeartRadio or TuneIn Radio, we'll describe it. Kevin has been kind enough to bring this year's Teddy Bear Toss game jersey.
Yeah, so this morning down at Rogers Place, we actually unveiled our jersey. For those who don't know, the Teddy Bear Toss is the #1 theme game of the year for the Edmonton Oil Kings. #1 by far, not by an inch, by a mile. And every year we wear a different themed jersey. Well, this year we've never done one like this, and it's my privilege and my pleasure to let you guys unveil this. So here, Jay, Reid, if you guys want to grab it. So it's Hyper Edmonton. It features Rogers Place. It features the Moutard Conservatory, the Art Gallery of Alberta, and over here, it even has the Talus balls that adorn,
my goodness.
that adorn the White Mud Freeway. And on the back, we've got even more. So the art gallery's on the back.
Let's turn it around for so it's a lighter blue, but with a lot of Edmonton images drawn on it.
You can't
and
squeeze
teddy bears everywhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can't squeeze more Edmonton into this. And it's got the Walter Dale Bridge on it as well.
There's the conservatory, the pyramids on the sleeve.
Legislative grounds on the arm. So we want to have a lot of fun with it. And you know what? We've also done some Easter eggs on here as well, where we have like a hot dog.
Oh, wait a minute. Now I want to look.
Yeah.
Jay's going to look.
Jay's going to look.
Jay's holding it up better.
Take a look. Right here, we got a hot dog here on the bottom. And why do we do that? It's because every Wednesday game we play is Wiener Wednesday, $2 hot dogs, right? So you got to have a little fun with it as well. And of course, we're all about having fun in that style of brand for our fans. There we go. Throw it on.
He's putting it on.
Here we go. This is going to be right here a world exclusive. Look at that. I love it. It looks really good.
Yeah, and it's too because the jersey fits him so well, but his junior eligibility just expired.
Last year. Yeah. You're still just turned 20, so we'll have you on the ice. But yeah, it's one of those things where we get excited, and of course, what we do is in the game. For those who don't know, the Teddy Bear Toss is the game that you have to attend. There's no photo, there's no video that does it justice. In order for you to really, really take in the magnificence of the Teddy Bear Toss. When we score our first goal on Sunday, December 7th against the Prince Albert Raiders, thousands of bears will rain down onto the ice, all in the name of charity for Santa's Anonymous. And it's a ton of fun. Last year, we collected 15,500 bears, and we're hoping to collect even more this year. But I promise you, the journey of the bear is just as fun as the action on the ice. Watching these bears rain down from up top to lower bowl and from lower bowl onto the ice, it's awesome.
So already, I will keep giving the date. Already next Sunday, 4:00 game against PA. So don't hesitate, get your tickets because this one often sells out. Now, I got to get back to the jersey.
Yeah.
Who designed it? Or
You know
was
what?
it a group of people or what?
Yeah, it's a group of people. Basically, you know what we do is we kind of give a creative direction to our design team, and then they just go and run. And I got to tell you, our design team, I really think they knocked it out of the park this year. For those people who are listening, I can tell you that it looks like a Peanuts Schultz kind of artistic style. With all of the art really going into the bodies of work here at Edmonton with the buildings. And so yes, what we do is we give them a loose idea. We come back in 4 weeks and they're like, how's this look? And we're like, ooh, it looks really good. But until you actually get the jerseys in your hand and you see them, I saw the players like this morning. We had Ethan McKenzie, Blake Fiddler, and we had Reese Peterson model them. That looks really good on them. And we have matching socks too.
Right.
So we've got snowman socks as well.
Because you guys did the one a few years ago where the players looked like giant teddy bears.
Correct. Yeah, it was a barrage of teddy bears.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
No, you come up with such fun stuff. Now, can fans purchase this jersey or what happens with these?
So there's only one way to get your hands. So basically, we have 25 of these jerseys. Okay. Every player, whether they're injured or not, will have a jersey. On Sunday, December the 7th, during our Teddy Bear Toss game, the only way to get in on the action, you have to be at our game.
Okay.
We will auction and raffle them off. So silent auction goes as far as people want to take it, but we also do raffles as well. So if you've got a $5 bill, you can get into the action with all of the proceeds also going to Santa's Anonymous. So we're going to collect bears and cash for a great cause.
Yeah, I've been to a couple, and I'm lucky enough to sit on the press box level and seeing it from that perspective, all the bears, and they gotta be moved around from behind the nets.
Yes.
So the bears actually get thrown
several times,
multiple times.
Yes.
And then I know some people have seen it, but if you've never seen it,
it's so much
who helps collect the bears?
So
the Edmonton Oil Kings.
Well, U.S. money is the player. So after whoever scores, so we actually have a player on our team who has scored the goal before, Landon Hansen. He might do it again. Who knows? Last year, Grayson Sachin scored, no longer on our team because he's taken the next step in his junior hockey career. But I can tell you this, as soon as that person scores that goal, they know two things. Number one, they're in the history books. And number two, they're going to help us clean up the bears. So the whole team will help us. So the opponent will go off the ice. It usually takes us only about 18 minutes to clean up those bears.
Right.
And so then depending on when the goal is scored, we'll either increase the intermission length, or we'll clean and we'll go right into the intermission, or we'll resume the game depending on when they've got scored.
So this game must be sold out then.
It's not. The lower bowl's been sold out since September.
There's still tickets.
We have literally under 2,000 tickets.
Push next week.
Absolutely.
And there's only 2,000.
There's less than 2,000. In the upper bowl, they start at $20, but our lower bowl has been sold out since September.
I think it would be fun in the upper bowl. Just
Absolutely.
To launch Teddy
well, you get to watch your bear, right? Yeah. You get to watch your bear.
Throw him into the abyss.
Yeah. So we actually have a season seat holder. Her name is Hillary. She wears a helmet to this game because she sits row one against the glass and she just gets rained down bears on her. So she's got a helmet on. She's right up against the glass and she helps those bears all go onto the ice. Our fans love it.
Kevin Radomski is here, Director of Business Operations for the Edmonton Oil Kings. We love having you in talking about all the fun stuff going on. Like, you must be excited to finally have a home game, though. Because your job is to make people feel good.
Yeah, that's right. Like, our last home game is on November the 5th. Our next home game is this Sunday, November 30th. And that's all to do with how busy the building is, right? There's no surprise that the Edmonton Oil Kings go on a large BC road trip at the same time the Edmonton Oilers went on their road trip.
Right.
It's because there was so much stuff in the building between the CFR and the PBR and the Disney on Ice. Our team in the building keeps that thing humming every night. And so, of course, we look at when we have large sections of time when we can't be playing games, we go on the road.
Right.
But we are itching to play back at home, I can tell you that.
So is that at 4 o'clock this Sunday?
This Sunday is 4 o'clock. You bet. Doors at 3. Puck drops at 4. If you don't know, we have, not only do we have great value with $20 tickets, we have kids food combos that start at $7.50. They're all $10 or less. And same thing with Teddy Bear Toss. We don't turn off the specials when Teddy Bear Toss comes around. Next Sunday, doors are at 3. puck drop at 4, and we also still have the kids food combos and everything. Absolutely.
Do you still have the kids stuff too? Like
absolutely. It's called the kids carnival zone.
Yes.
Every Sunday we have bouncy castles, balloon artists, face painters. That is an institution, and we've been doing it for over a decade.
Jeez.
And we would never not dream of doing it. So tons of fun.
Can I just say that one of the things I'm most pleased about to see on this jersey is that you did incorporate the wiener from Wiener Wednesday.
That's the best.
That's dedication.
See, last year we had a player, Marshall Finney. He aged out with us. He was a 20-year-old last year, and he asked me during like an event. He goes, "Kevin, if I score a goal on Wiener Wednesday, will you buy me a hot dog?" And I said to him, I said, "Marshall, if you score a goal on Wiener Wednesday, I'll buy the whole team hot dogs."
No kidding.
And he did it. He did it the next game. So yeah, like we love to have a lot of fun. That's the whole idea. I can tell you that for the Teddy Bear Toss next Sunday on December 7th, there's no slouch of an opponent. We didn't pick just some team. We picked a really good team.
Yeah.
So it's going to be thrilling action on the ice. But I promise you, the piece de la resistance is going to be the Teddy Bears flying.
All right, so I'm wondering. I don't know if you and I have dove into this in all our previous interviews. No, you'll like this one.
Okay.
Because the Oil Kings do such a great job. You've had great attendance, even in some down years for the teams, because you have a good price point, you have good entertainment, and even years the Oil Kings haven't won as much as they're winning this year. The players bust their butts out
Absolutely.
there. People know that.
Yep.
But are there league meetings where your counterparts with other teams, like, will you share promotional ideas?
Yeah. Like, we all really work together collaboratively. Like if there's something that's working in Swift Current, we'd like to see, can we bring it here? If it's working here, how do we bring it to Prince George? Or, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, a high tide rises all boats.
Yes.
And we are like deathly competitive on the ice. The second that we step off the ice, all the business people all work together. The GMs are usually pretty good. But the business side, we're all very collaborative, sharing, and really just trying to help each other. How do you elevate the entertainment? Some teams don't prioritize the entertainment as much as we do because we just love having fun. And some teams in different markets, they really like to, like, we sell hockey. Well, we have great hockey. We know that.
Yeah.
But we're all about the value and the family fun. That's first and foremost because the hockey is there. If you want the hockey, you're never going to find better hockey. It's great.
Yeah. So Oil Kings, sorry, who's the game against on Sunday?
This Sunday, we're playing the Saskatoon Blades.
Saskatoon. So a road game coming up in Red. And the Red Deer Rebels, by the way, were at last night's game.
Yeah.
I think it was a team building.
They were at the Oilers game last night.
They had a lot of the time and opportunity to get to know each other.
Yeah, that's a good.
That's a positive, really.
That's a good point. All right, Jason Smith, obviously first year coach of the team. I mentioned the record. Like it must be. The energy must be pretty good just around the club.
I put myself in the position of, a 16, 17, 18, 19-year-old player. Let's pick a guy like Ethan McKenzie, right? He's a 19-year-old playing defense for us. And can you imagine your head coach is Jason Smith?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like just the respect that he commands before he says a thing or does a thing. Like I'm still in awe that I get to work with Jason Smith. You know what I mean? And I'm not a 19-year-old plying my trade as a defenseman. So yeah, the respect that he's earned through his NHL and his coaching acumen is second to none. And honestly, our team has gelled together. We're a little bit banged up right now. That's what happens when you do a lot of road games, and especially you play as hard as we do. Some guys are pretty nicked up, but still playing well. But yeah, Jason's done a tremendous job, and our president, general manager, Kurt Hill, to assemble that whole thing. That's where the real magic happens.
Now, does every team in the Dub do a Teddy Bear Toss game?
Not every team. Most teams do. Some do toque tosses. Some do sock tosses. Like most
something for an organization in their community. Yeah.
What about a pickle toss?
You know what? I haven't seen that yet. I'm a big pickle fan.
Yeah.
You know what?
Leave the jar. Just give her.
You bet. Yeah. Well, for all the ice crew guys listening right now. Yeah.
The ice would be that green.
Exactly.
Cool.
Yeah. But you know what? Is it impossible? No.
Nothing's impossible. Not especially for you.
Right?
You can
do
get that done.
Yeah. Just like, hey guys, I was talking and here's the idea. I love it. Never a bad idea.
Are you guys going to have any other, I got to double check the schedule.
Yeah.
Any other Christmas stuff in
Absolutely.
other December home games?
Yeah, on Sunday, December the 14th, we're actually going to have photos with Santa. So we're going to have jolly old Saint Nick and a photo booth on the concourse. And all we're going to do is we're going to ask our fans for a donation of any denomination, throw a coin, throw a bill. All money will go to Santa's Anonymous as well. And we'll have a photo printed out right there. So if you don't know what you're doing for your family photos with Santa, come to the Oil Kings game on Sunday, December 14th. It'd be great.
How long have you guys been partnered up with Santa's Anonymous?
Well, I've been with the team since 2009, and we were there before that. So I would say probably since our very first iteration of the Teddy Bear Toss in 2008. And it works so well. They are servicing over 20,000 families right now here in the greater Edmonton area. And I think we'd all agree, no one should be hungry, no one should be cold, and no one should have nothing under the tree on a special day like this.
Amen.
And so they are like so tirelessly, they work so tirelessly for what they do. We collect the bears. Our partner, the Brick, drives the truck that night to Santa's Depot, and they'll start separating them, and they'll be under trees in 2 weeks. It's crazy.
Yeah.
The work they do, but like let's be honest, I wish they didn't have anyone to help. I wish that they were helping a dozen families, not 20,000 families. But we're so lucky here at Edmonton that the people support it because they know that those are our friends, those are our neighbors that need that little extra help. And giving someone like a little plush bear, that could be all the difference for them.
Yep.
And you get to have fun while you throw that thing on the ice. Like everybody wins. Like it's really a win-win.
It's twofold.
Yeah.
All right. So Jay's wearing the Teddy Bear Toss jersey. If you have us on YouTube, it's great. If you're not being able to see it, it's light blue with a bunch of Edmonton images drawn all around it. So it's fun to pick everything out. So oilkings.ca, look at the full schedule, get your tickets, look at team stats, player profiles, get to know the team if you don't already. The Teddy Bear Toss game is next Sunday, December 7th, 4 p.m. game against the Prince Albert Raiders. So there's actually two of the three best teams in the league playing each other. Like that's going to be a high caliber, high intensity game. Kevin, thanks so much for dropping by.
Thanks
for bringing the jersey, and keep in touch.
Well, if you come to the game and our mascot's not wearing a jersey, I'll tell you where it went. So,
Jay Milne,
thanks, guys. I appreciate the support.
Kevin Radovsky from the Edmonton Oil Kings, Director of Business Operations. Here's the Coop.
Games are live in the NHL. The Blues up 1-0 over the Devils. Cam Fowler scoring that one. We also see the Flames down 3-0 to the Lightning 8 minutes into action. And from Columbus, it's the Blue Jackets and Maple Leafs locked at zeros, and Austin Matthews return for the Leafs. From Toronto, the Blue Jays have signed Dylan Cease to his 7-year, $210 million deal. The 29-year-old went 8-12 with the Padres last season. NFL news, it's Joe Burrow starting tomorrow for the Bengals against the Ravens. That's Burrow's first start since week 2. He returns from a foot injury. In other news, Frank Ragnow is coming out of retirement to rejoin the Lions. The 29-year-old retiring last offseason. He's still under contract with Detroit. And for the Broncos, Will Lutz when the team have agreed to a 3-year extension worth $16 million, $9 million guaranteed. To the hardwood, it's the Raptors and Pacers meeting for one of 9 games in the NBA. Tip-off for that one is at 5:30. And right now, with 4.5 minutes left to go in the contest, the Pistons trail the Celtics 102-99. Detroit with a 13-game heater on the line. The Reid Wilkins Show continues after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
Hockey is heating up, and so is the excitement on Play Alberta. With casino winners every hour, jackpots worth millions, and revenue that stays in the province, there's never been a better time to sign up. Right now, our listeners can score a $50 free bet when they make a minimum $50 deposit with code EST50. That's code EST50 for a $50 free bet. Start playing with your game sense today to find out if you're Alberta's next winner. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense.
It's wing showdown time at the Canadian Brewhouse. Creamy street corn goes head-to-head with Mexican chili lime. 2 bold flavors battling for your taste buds. Grab them anytime, or just 69 cents every Wing Wednesday. The Canadian Brewhouse. Our house is your house.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino. Celebrate the holiday season with the Tenors. Joy to the World Tour at River Cree, December 19th. From timeless classics to fresh renditions of favorites, the Tenors arrive just in time for Christmas. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement, bet on it.
Sentinel Storage is proud to partner with Toy Mountain in support of Big Brothers Big Sisters Boys and Girls Club. Between now and December 19th, drop off a new unwrapped toy at a Sentinel Storage near you and bring a smile to a child this holiday season.
All right, appreciate you tuning in this afternoon. Man, oh man, we love bringing you this show. We had some great Oilers discussion earlier. We just had Kevin Radomski in studio. He brought in the Oil Kings Teddy Bear Toss game jersey. Kevin's the director of business operations for the Oil Kings. So the Teddy Bear Toss game next Sunday, December 7th against Prince Albert. That'll be a 4 p.m. game. Great Edmonton-themed jersey, which is really cool. Erik Sabrowski was in studio. Edmontonian, pitches for the Cleveland Guardians in Major League Baseball. So
he was fantastic.
What do you say? That's a great guest.
Great
I
guest.
don't know what to say. I just went speechless on my own show.
Hey, Reid.
Yes.
Good job.
Well, you too.
Well, good job, Reid.
Oh, thanks.
I'm proud of you.
I'm also proud of you, my friend.
Okay.
It's 780-218-9999 is how you text the afternoon inbox, presented by River Cree Resort and Casino. Happy hour featuring $5.25 drinks, available Sunday to Thursday, 9 a.m. until 7.
Well, quick update from quick update from the NHL. Tampa Bay is currently shelling Calgary. It's 3-0 in the first, 10:23 left in the first, and it's already 3-0. And Nikita Kucherov has delivered a point for those that were involved in the EST Afternoons Let's Do It parlay. That came in at plus 1363. So one of the 3 legs is done. The boys need a couple goals tonight.
Awesome.
Kyle Connor and Kiefer Sherwood.
You can chat with us and with your fellow Nasties in the Nasty Chat on YouTube. Subscribe to Edmonton Sports Talk if you're there, and click the thumbs up. We need 15 to get to 100, so let's make a final push for that.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
If you've already clicked, hit the share button, send the show link off to somebody else so they can join in the fun here on EST. We would really appreciate that. And of course, you can email jay@edmontonsportstalk.com or reid@edmontonsportstalk.com. Did we do Hula Boy Steve's limerick? No, we didn't. Let's do it. Hula Boy Steve sending in a limerick. There was once a boy named Jack with finishing skill on attack. He buries the puck, but the Oilers still suck. Do you think he'll re-sign and come back? I think that's about old Roscoe, as Chet Palmer calls it.
Oh, Roscoe.
What was his name for Clattenburg? Fratty Clatty? Ooh, I think it was Fratty Clatty.
Good name.
Is it 4-0 now?
It is.
Well,
with 9:29 left in the first period.
This is perhaps a tough season for both Alberta teams.
Goals record is for goals in the first period.
Well, I can go to records.nhl.com and probably tell you. I can do this on the fly. Everybody else can talk amongst themselves.
Not a single power play goal either. This is 4 5-on-5 goals for Tampa Bay. Man, that would be cool. That would be fun to watch.
Most goals, one team in a period. The Buffalo Sabres, in the second period of a game in March of 81, scored 9 goals in a 14-4 win over the Maple Leafs. In the first period, it looks like we have to go back to March 8th, 1922. The Montreal Canadiens had 8 goals in the first period of an 8-7 win over the Toronto St. Patrick's.
8-7?
Yeah,
They hung on.
do they have the box score for that game?
Oh, my
Let me
word.
see. It was 8-1 after the first period, 8-4 after the second period.
Jeepers.
And it finished 8-7. Yeah, so the St. Patrick's still had, according to this, they had about 8.5 minutes to tie the game after being down. It wasn't 8-0. It was 4-0, then it was 4-1, and then it was 8-1 after the first. So they got a ways to go. Now, I wonder if I could do most goals allowed by the Flames. I don't know. It might take me a little while to do that. So 9 is the record for any period. Back in 1981.
That's incredible.
Some of these scores. Somebody like 1919, the Canadians beat, I don't even know what team this is, TAN. Oh, the Toronto Arenas probably? Yeah, the Toronto Arenas. They beat them 13-4, had 8 goals in a period. It looked like Dallas might get 8 in the first, first period last night. Pardon me.
Turkey sandwiches tomorrow? Do you want to have some stuffing in studio? Maybe some cranberry?
Not really.
No?
We've done Thanksgiving
Big
here
turkey
already.
leg? I know, but it's fun to celebrate for random reasons.
Yeah, it's a Thursday.
Maybe we are going to make turkey tomorrow.
Turkey
a pumpkin
Thursday?
lager. That would be nice. Tasty
Pumpkin
treat.
spice latte.
Ooh, it is PSL season.
Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. Gaming made easy anytime, anywhere. With Play Alberta, you have a full casino experience right at your fingertips. Play from your phone, tablet, or computer. Whenever works for you, download the Play Alberta app today. Get started with a $50 casino bonus. Just deposit $50 with the promo code EST Casino. Play smart, play local, and remember to use your game sense. And your play of the day is, well, actually, it's for tomorrow, right?
It's for tomorrow, so you still have time to get in on it. That would be the Detroit Lions to win and the Cowboys Chefs game to go over 51.5 points. That's been boosted to plus 220. So, a little morning action. Never hurts. That'll be nice to be able to watch some NFL football together. I don't think we ever have.
Well, probably last Thanksgiving.
I guess we have.
Well, Didn't we work last Thanksgiving Thursday?
I'm sure
we
we
would have had
did.
something on.
I didn't remember it, though, because we didn't have turkey.
No, we didn't.
I have turkey cold cuts from the Italian Center.
Do you?
I'd gladly make you a turkey bun, Reid. Would you like that?
TBD, bruh. Oh, my goodness. Mex Bezozu says a pickle toss would be a big deal. Abutsky says 2 quality guests in a row effectively distracting us from the Oilers debacle for a while. Well, I mean, look, we talk about stories that we think are interesting or important, and we have our guest, Coop. We think this next story is pretty important. It's not a great story. Maybe there's an update on it here, but we want to talk about this organization as well. From Alberta Northern Lights Wheelchair Basketball Society, Ross Norton is checking in. Hey, Ross, you're on with Reid and Jay. How are you doing?
I'm okay, guys. How are you?
Well, we're good. We appreciate the time that you taking the time to join us. I know I reached out to you last night. Believe it or not, I wasn't fully watching the Oilers game, so I read the unfortunate story about Alberta Northern Lights. What happened here with the theft of a bunch of your chairs, and is there any update since you and I communicated this morning?
So we have a program where we send wheelchairs into schools for kids to be able to play the sport in their phys ed classes. And what we do is we move trailers from school to school. And we had a trailer parked at Memorial Comp in Stony Plain ready for their week of usage. And they called us and emailed and said, where are our chairs? And I kind of knew right away that there was a possibility that the trailer was gone. So immediately I called the RCMP and filed a report. And so we were out without an enclosed trailer and 15 wheelchairs, and they didn't get the chance to use them that week.
Oh man. Okay. No, I was reading. Do they have suspects in this? Was there something that they maybe saw or have video of? We don't know.
Yeah. There's still photos of the trucks that were used, and they have a video of the trailer being stolen on their property. But it's too grainy to see any sort of identification of license plates or faces or anything like that.
Well, this has to be like just devastating for you guys, right? Like this is your equipment.
Yeah. No, we've been running this program for 40 years and we haven't really had an issue. We've had some attempts at breaking into the trailers, and this is kind of the first time that we've had the chairs actually stolen. So I know that others parasport clubs have had chairs stolen out of trailers or trailers missing, and this is happening to us now.
I can't imagine that this is an inexpensive fix if you have to, replace these chairs. Like, what are the costs associated with these units?
Well, these are older chairs in the trailer, but if we had to buy them brand new, 15 chairs times about 7,000 each is about 105,000. I have some older chairs that I can put together that we're doing right now to replace the ones that we're missing. But yeah, we don't have the money just to go out and buy 15 brand new chairs. Takes us a long time to get grant money, and we use older chairs that are out of high performance to put into this this set. So it'll take a few years for us to recover from this.
Oh man. Okay. Well, maybe, who knows? Maybe there's a generous person listening, but I'm glad. I mean, I'm not glad about the story. I am glad to get to talk to you about Alberta Northern Lights, because we like to shine the light, so to speak, on other sport organizations in the city. How long has Northern Lights been running now?
Well, we're celebrating our 50th year next year, so 1976 is when it started. We were one of the first parasport societies in Alberta. That's why it's Alberta Northern Lights, because back then we were one of the first societies. So that's why we're not Edmonton, but we are Edmonton based. So we've been running this program, like I said, since the mid 80s.
And how many basketball players would you have? I mean, I know you mentioned the high performance. Like, how many people are doing that, and then how many people are just playing?
Well, right now we have a lot of players. We have about 40 people in all of our programs, right from say 8 years old up to adult. We have 3 different programs going on right now. We participate in the Canadian Wheelchair Basketball League. We've been to national championships. We have lots of athletes who go on to represent Canada as well.
Ross, I'm wondering, and I've interviewed para athletes and coaches in the past. And I myself have a really good friend who went into wheelchair rugby because, unfortunately, a few years ago he had his legs amputated below the knee. So I'm just wondering if you can share. I'm assuming, and again, I'm basing this on past interviews. You have people coming into the sport who probably have had a very difficult, life-changing event. Getting them involved, maybe is it finding a new sense of camaraderie or team or activity? Like, can you kind of touch on that aspect and what Alberta Northern Lights does to just bring those people into a community?
Yeah, and just to clarify too, I mean, we call ourselves a reverse integrated sport. That means that able-bodied are allowed to play as well.
Okay.
So we have people that have physical disabilities and able-bodied that play wheelchair basketball. Yeah, I mean, I had a spinal cord injury when I was 15 from an injury called transverse myelitis. It's damage to my spinal cord. And I got playing basketball when I was 15. So I'm older than 15 now. So I've been involved in the sport a long time. And I played on national team for 10 years in the 90s or 2000s. And it's a great sport. It's a sport that, you can play with your family and friends, and you can play recreational, or you can play all the way up to Paralympic level.
Yeah, that's, and I didn't know that about what was it called, reverse integration?
Well, we're a para sport, but we allow able-bodied people to play. I call it reverse integration, integration of both people with disabilities and without disability.
Okay, and how and now to circle back to, unfortunately, these chairs that were stolen, how are they, I don't know if modified is the right word, or how are they different from maybe a traditional chair?
Yeah, these are sport chairs. They're built specifically for the sport. They have cambered wheels, which means the wheels are kind of slanted like this, and it lowers the center of gravity, so they're faster. They have anti-tip bars on the back, front bumpers on the front to absorb impact. So they're all custom built, and they're all built specifically for an individual. So that's why they cost that much money. They're coming from other countries, and then we've got the shipping and the currency conversion that makes them really expensive to buy if you want to buy them new.
Yeah. Okay. Just to wrap up, thanks for sharing. Like this, we really appreciate you coming on. If people want to find out more about Alberta Northern Lights, and again, you never know who might be listening, decide maybe they can help either with funding or volunteering or getting involved or helping getting some new chairs, where can people go?
Well, I appreciate your time, guys, to just let us have a voice for. I want the equipment back. The chairs that are stolen, I hopefully they're sitting in a snowbank somewhere. They're not worth anything to anyone else but me and our program. So hopefully someone maybe sees them on the road or I don't know in a field dumped because they're worthless to anyone else. I would like that stuff back. If people want to make a donation, they can go to albertanorthernlights.ca. We have a webpage, a site there that they can make a donation through credit card through Canada Helps. And, any support, because we're a nonprofit, any financial support helps us with, just keeping our programs going.
You know what we're going to do, Ross? You sent me, I just saw it. I'm sorry, I'm tardy getting to my email. You sent me some photos. So after the break, we'll throw those up as well. Like you said, maybe somebody listening sees what was taken is like, wait a minute, that doesn't belong there. That belongs with Alberta Northern Lights. I mean, who knows? We really appreciate it. Thanks for telling us what happened, and thanks for filling us in about Alberta Northern Lights. Keep in touch if you ever. We do an athlete of the week every week. Maybe you can nominate somebody along the way. We'd love that too. Thank you so much for coming on.
Okay, thanks, Reid. Love your show. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That is Ross Norton from Alberta Northern Lights Wheelchair Basketball Society. That is that's the thing. Like, you see these things get stolen, and it's like there's like what's going on? Like,
well, it's not like the trailer is not identified as to what's in there.
Yeah.
So hopefully somebody
I forwarded it to the. If you got time, we can throw those pictures up after the break.
Realized they made a poor decision and just
Well, there's a local athlete, Amanda Rummery. She had one of her arms amputated, and she's a sprinter, but she also had a modified bike, and someone stole it. And she's like, the person who stole this was a few years ago. She's like, the person who stole this can't use this bike.
Right.
Return it, leave it on my driveway. So hopefully these chairs get recovered. And this is a heartbreaking story, and I wanted to just put it out there. Coob's putting it up. If you're on YouTube, pictures of the chairs. Like if you see something that looks like a chair for a parasport, call the police.
Yeah, please do.
Or contact Alberta Northern Lights. You've got the suspect. Maybe put the trailer up, Coop. We can do that as well. Yeah, I'm glad Ross came on. That was on the Oil Country Towing video hotline, of course. Oil Country Towing, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team, fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. Yeah, Coop's going to put up the trailer, so it's a white trailer, and it's got that's their logo, right? So, yeah, you see this white Alberta Northern Lights trailer out there. That's whoever has it, it doesn't belong with them. You'll want to call the police.
Nasty's on the case.
Yeah. Well, who knows? Who knows? Sometimes these things turn out with a bit of a happier ending, and I hope that we get that as well. All right, 5:41. We, of course, are coming to you from the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Win big this football season at the Canadian Brewhouse. Enter for a trip for two to Super Bowl 60, plus weekly prizes and $1 off Budweiser and Bud Light tankards. Details at thecanadianbrewhouse.com. All right, one final sports update. We got words of the day, too.
Nine games in the NHL. On the first are just wrapping up. After 20 minutes, the Flames are getting pumped 4-0 by the Lightning with about a minute left to go in the opening frame. And at the first intermission, the Penguins lead the Sabres 1-0. Elsewhere, we see the Blue Jackets and Maple Leafs notched at zeros with 5 minutes left to go in the first. From Toronto, the Blue Jays have signed Dylan Cease to a 7-year, $210 million deal. The 29-year-old went 8-12 with the Padres last season. To the NFL, the Bengals welcome back Joe Burrow to battle the Ravens tomorrow night. Burrow has been out since week 2 with a foot injury. In other news, Frank Ragnow is coming out of retirement to rejoin the Lions. And from Denver, the Broncos and Will Lutz have agreed to a 3-year contract extension worth $16 million, having $9 million guaranteed. And on the hardwood, The Raptors and Pacers are just getting underway early. The Raptors leading 2-0. There's two other games live. It's the Knicks up 41-31 over the Hornets early in the second. And it's scoreless between the Bucks and Heat as they're just getting underway. Earlier, Detroit fell to Boston 115-112, with the Pistons having their 13-game winning streak snapped by the Celtics. The final segment of the Reid Wilkins Show brings us back after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
Firehouse Subs. Our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the hook and ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you can afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
Okay, thanks for checking out the show. Yeah, hopefully that was Ross Norton from the Alberta Northern Lights Wheelchair Basketball Society. They had a trailer and some chairs stolen. I think 15 chairs. Hopefully those turn up. If you see anything, we put up some pictures, but Google the story as well. Check it out. Probably looking for help. Well, not probably. They'd be looking for help from the public on this one. We had Kevin Radomski, Oil Kings Director of Business Operations, in studio with the Teddy Bear Toss jersey for the game coming up next Sunday. We had Erik Sabrowski, Edmonton guy, Cleveland Guardians pitcher, in studio. He's back until into the new year. Then he'll be heading back to work to pitch, but he says he loves coming back to Edmonton in the offseason. And we had plenty of Oilers discussion on the heels of yet another stinker of a game. What else can we add?
Yeah, it is what it is. Throw the tape out, move on. That's the Oilers right now. You never know what you're going to get.
Well, I'm starting to feel like we do. Maybe not. Here's the thing. When they play well, they don't play that well. Is that fair? And when they play bad, it's legitimately bad. Like when good teams have an off night, it's usually, they still were kind of in it.
Mm-hmm.
When the Oilers have an off night, it's 5-goal loss, 8-goal loss, 3-goal loss.
That's a good point.
That's what concerns me. Like,
that's a good point.
When they lose, they're not close. Like I thought that was interesting when Doug Plagans was on last Friday. He's the Panthers play-by-play voice. And he said Paul Maurice believes the game should look a certain way. And if the game looks that way, he tends not to be too critical of his team after losses.
Correct.
Right? And how should hockey look? Well, you cover the front of your own net. Well, you compete hard along the boards. Well, you throw a body check when required. Well, you're in front of the net for rebounds and bugging the other team's goalie. You know, if it looks that way, you can, you accept sometimes you get beat, you don't get a bounce. But when the way the Oilers are losing, it doesn't look right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it looks like it's looked all season.
Yeah.
Disengaged. No attention to detail. So that's that. I'm starting to come to the Reid side, just so you know. I'm moving that way.
Well, that kind of hurts me, though.
Well, Reid,
I'm corrupting you.
Sometimes the truth hurts. But I might stick my foot in the ground eventually and come back this way. But I got to see some change.
So quickly, and this will be an ongoing, because, again, every element can be criticized. I mean, the three main elements are players, coaches, manager.
I thought you were going to say offense, defense, and goaltending.
Well, that's within the player level, and all of those are bad.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'd even say even the offense is bad, even though they score. I mean, they've had games they've scored 3 or 4, but still lost. But it's not like they've been getting a lot of chances. Player motivation. How much of that is on the coaching staff? Because of course now we're getting like, well, Knoblauch's too dull. That's why they're not interested in hockey.
Well, Knoblauch was dull for the last 2 seasons. Okay, that's not his style. But you know what has changed around him? His assistants, those that are supporting him on the bench. And that is what can legitimately be called into question when things aren't going well for a prolonged period of time, as they are right now. You start to say, okay, what's changed? Well, a lot of the roster has changed too. Okay, and maybe Andrew Mangiapane doesn't have that killer instinct that you've seen in past seasons when he was in Calgary and with Washington.
Yeah.
We thought that about Arvidsson last year. If we can get playoff Arvidsson at Edmonton, oh boy, that's going to be a game changer. Well, turned out he's not capable of that for the majority of the games.
Yeah.
So there's so many factors here, but the thing that still shocks me, Reid, is that you need to motivate a player, a professional athlete.
Yeah.
To me, if that's the case, then you should lose the professional.
Because that's the thing. One of the things that I've learned over the years that separates NHL players from AHL players or guys who don't make pro hockey at all isn't just how well you can stick handle, shoot, skate, or check. It is also that I bring it every night.
Yes.
You know? Like,
can't have an off night.
I know what's involved. You know what? I'm not feeling great. I know it's my job. I mean, I know I reference Rob Brown a lot, but he's a wise man, as our analysts here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Like Rob Brown told stories like with Mark Recchi in a warm-up, last game of a road trip, going through warm-up. Okay, man, we don't have the legs tonight. We got to dump it in and work. We can't fly. It's going to be 2-1, one way or the other. So that's part of the professionalism. Okay, what are we maybe recognizing? Okay, this isn't working tonight. What am I going to do? It's not my job to say, this one's a loss. It's my job to say, okay, like I always say, figure it out. You know, if Mark Recchi and Rob Brown, 2 of the best hands in Penguins history, can say, okay, we ain't scored much tonight.
Yeah, you know what never fails?
Right.
Hard work and effort.
Right.
That's undefeated.
Right. That is frustrating. Because when we've seen the Oilers in brief glimpses actually check, actually try to block shots, actually back check, actually try to disrupt passing lanes. Oh, the game looks the right way all of a sudden.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, anyway. Words of the day for Edmonton Public Library. Edmonton Public Library's Cooking for a Cause program allows private groups of up to 36 people to have an interactive cooking experience with a chef in the kitchen at the Stanley A. Milne Library. This is going to be a lot of fun if you get involved. Go to epl.ca, look for Cooking for a Cause, and check out all the other great stuff going on with the Edmonton Public Library.
The word of the day with Reid and Jay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
What do they got to say?
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you.
Let's find out.
By the way,
English,
we are 5 thumbs.
Oh, let's get
5 thumbs away from 100. If you're on YouTube, you haven't clicked the thumbs up. I don't know why you haven't yet. Do it in the next couple minutes or send the show link off to somebody else. Get us, these final few thumbs.
Okay, first word of the day. Orthoepy.
Holy crap.
Orthoepy.
Orthoepy?
Orthoepy.
Orthoepy. Ortho. So I know how to spell ortho.
Orthoepy.
Well, you always say to keep it simple.
Yep.
ORTHOAPY.
Ah, man.
What is it?
ORTHOEPY.
Oh, okay. Does this have to do with what is it? Ortho? Is that teeth? Does that have to do with teeth? The mouth?
That has to do with the mouth.
Is this the practice of pronouncing words correctly?
Wow.
That is actually what it is.
Orthoepy is the study of correct pronunciation.
I pulled out a point.
Good for you.
Wow. Okay.
Didn't even need a sentence.
Well, you sort of gave me a bit of a hint, I guess. You could deduct me if you wanted to.
No, I'm not deducting nothing.
0.2 or something.
I'm the gatekeeper here. Second word, unabashed. Unabashed. Now, you don't say unabashed. You say unabashed.
UNABASHED. And this is sort of like not inhibited or not trying to hide it. Like Reid Wilkins is an unabashed Def Leppard fan. See, and all these people out there listening to the show, walking around, going on message boards, sending me hate texts. Reid Wilkins is stupid. I hate Reid Wilkins.
Wow.
Reid is an idiot. I don't like Reid. Reid is dumb. Reid never does anything right.
Nobody's saying
that. I go
that.
3 out of people say that all the time.
I disagree.
Somebody was typing it in the nasty chat right then as I was saying it. But is anybody going to remember the day I went 3 out of 4 and got the definition for orthoepia?
No, nobody is.
And but all I get is, Reid, 5 years ago you said this and that was turned out to be incorrect. You made a prediction that was wrong. No, but nobody's ever going to remember the day I did well on Words of the Day. Such is my plight.
What a plight to have.
Yeah. I'm very plightful.
What do we got coming up on the show tomorrow?
We got to go. Nick Anderson from the Elks to talk U.S. Thanksgiving and football and Elks and all that kind of stuff. Our Past the Pantry Athlete of the Week is tomorrow, too. That'll be pretty fun. And the latest from Oilers practice. They did not skate last night. Or, no, sorry.
That's true.
They didn't skate today.
No,
they also didn't really skate last night, though that's not where I was going with that. On behalf of Zach Kubish and Jay Milne, I'm Reid Wilkins. Have a pleasant evening.